Tennessee's pretty good, though.
Well, they were right there with Alabama till the end, and then they were there last night with LSU on the road, both of those. So
yeah.
Well, not both of them. The Alabama game was at home, but they can if they they're like so many other teams, man. When they make shots, they run good offense. When they make shots, they're so much better. Duh.
Yeah.
You know what? Most teams are that way.
Yeah.
Ole Miss has Florida tonight.
Yeah, that's going to be a good one. I can't wait to watch that one.
Chalky McChalkerson yesterday. Kentucky beat up on Missouri by 13. But they covered the number.
Yes, they did.
I think I predicted that. Missouri's not good. Auburn beat A&M in an ugly game by 11. Not surprising. Wes also liked that yesterday. LSU beat Vanderbilt by 8. Did they cover the number? Was it about 7, 7.5? I think it was right there.
Do any of you guys know
6.5?
What's going on with A&M's guy, Marble? Because last night he hadn't been playing. He's their 6'9" kid they got from Michigan State, and just last night they kind of were like, he's got issues with the university or something like that.
You're the SEC network
No,
guy.
I'm just what I'm trying to find out.
We don't know.
No.
And then Alabama thumped South Carolina 74-47. We talked about this game yesterday, too. And while South Carolina may be less terrible than anticipated, they ain't on Alabama's level pretty clearly. And apparently there was a little bad blood. And now, look, I think Alabama's head coach is a butthole, but
he's not a butthole.
He's not?
No, he's a good dude.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
maybe the problem is you, Justin. Maybe it's you.
I've never met the guy, so I don't know. Christian, did you get that clip? He was going after
he's
South
intense.
Carolina.
He
didn't like the way that the South Carolina guys were jawing at the bench yesterday.
Yeah, he's intense. He and Muss went at it a couple years ago. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, well, I think that's why I don't like him.
Yeah, I find that stuff funny. I think it's great.
Yeah.
I love talking to the coaches about it when I get there, too.
Well, anyway, we'll hear from him in a little bit. We got a whole bunch of stuff to talk about. NFL football. Joe's Chiefs are playing this weekend. Sorry, Joe. You're used to having this one off. Hopefully, you're getting to go to the game. It's only going to be -4 at kickoff. Yeah. One of the top 5 coldest playoff games in the history of the NFL. How miserable would that be to sit through? I've been to games where it was under 20 degrees. But to go below 0, forget it.
I can't imagine sitting up top in that stadium. You are so exposed in that stadium on that top level, and that wind. No, thank you.
No,
thank you.
I wonder if it'll impact the crowd. I really do, because I honestly, we're talking about dangerous cold. -4 degrees for a temperature with a wind chill under -15.
No, you're going to see some shirtless people.
I'm sure you will.
You'll see some hot tubs out there.
You'll see some dead people, too. You're talking about, you're going to be in serious medical issue trouble here.
That dang alcohol, man, it'll...
By the way, I've been told...
It'll get you going,
It has the opposite effect because it thins your blood. You really don't want to do that, actually. You think you do. More coffee, less booze on a day like that.
That's not going to happen. And it's a late game. So
it's a night game. That's right.
O'clock.
Dude, it's going to be so cold.
Well, it's on Peacock, so you got to go to the game to watch it.
They're going to be...
That's a good point. How ridiculous is that? Come on. What are we doing?
No.
Did you see the Chiefs player is buying 600... He went on Twitter, and he said the first 600 people, or I'm going to select 600 people and give you a membership to Peacock so that you can watch the game.
How much is Peacock? $10 a month?
Yeah,
sure
I think it's a trial.
I'm sure it's something you can
Yeah,
cancel.
it's like a 3-month trial package that you can get for pretty cheap.
You going to get it so I can steal it? I'm not in favor of stealing things. I'm not in favor of sharing. I'm like, you know what? These people have a right to make money. But this is just straight up BS. This is the first time all year I've needed Peacock, and I'm not buying a subscription for one damn game. Now, I will go to a local sports bar and give them my money.
Yeah.
Fine with that.
I got to ask my daughters, do we have Peacock?
Yeah.
We may have it already. I don't know.
I think we have it because I think we have everything.
I know. That's the way I feel.
I see that commercial for that app where if you put it on your phone, it's going to tell you all the stuff you're
subscribed to.
Double paying for, basically.
Yeah.
I'm scared to get that app.
Yeah, no doubt. If I added it up, I'd probably be between Amazon, which again, these are things I use, but Amazon, Netflix, all the other things, it would be very upsetting, I'm sure. Yeah. Christian, you said not for YouTube TV, not included Peacock? Or you don't have it at least?
I didn't look it up.
I thought we talked. Do you have YouTube TV still or no?
Yeah.
And you don't think you have it?
I don't think I do.
I've never looked for it. I know that until this week. Anyway, I'll find a watering hole to sit in on, I'm sure, and watch it. Tonight's games, Tennessee, Mississippi State, Arkansas, Georgia, and Florida, Ole Miss we were just talking about. What do you think about Ole Miss? They're a confounding team because they played a soft schedule, hadn't lost the game, got thumped by Tennessee. Not shocking. A lot of people will.
Yeah, that I mean, Tennessee and Knoxville with that team is as hard a place to get a win this year as anywhere in the country. The way they play and the way they're connected and everything. So I like them. I think they have 3 really, really good players, maybe possibly 4. In Morrell, who came back, Brakefield, who I think is kind of the question mark with him. He's 6'8" kid that can put it on the floor and shoot it, and he'll have 28 one game and 2 the next game. I mean, he's kind of a enigma. They got a little guard in Murray.
Expanding the vocabulary since you got into
took me 5
TV
minutes
broadcasting.
To figure that out.
That's good.
But Murray is a kid from the Bronx who's kind of like Ziegler a little bit, not quite as good, but he can get going. And then you have Al Flanagan, who's potentially an All-SEC guy. So you got 4 good guys, and then you got the Cisse kid from Oklahoma State, and you got his name slips me, the big 7'5" kid from Western Kentucky. I can't remember his name, but they got good pieces. I mean, This game tonight's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
Because Florida's good, and you don't want to start 0-2, so you feel a little urgency.
Yeah.
So, both teams are not desperate, but again, you don't want to start 0-2, especially if you're Florida, because it's at Florida, isn't it?
No, it's at Ole Miss.
Okay.
Florida's averaging like 86 points a game. The over-under is like 157, though.
158.5.
Okay, but Ole Miss is not scoring a ton. They're great defensively, so the question
that was my
gives?
question,
Yeah.
Joe. I mean,
I'd take the under.
thanks, already did.
Concur. I agree.
I saw that line, and I'm thinking Ole Miss and Beard at Ole Miss.
Yeah.
I know Florida likes to score a lot, but I just see that defense.
And again, you played you could argue Tennessee's the best team in the country right now. You could make that argument. You played them there. They thumped you. They scored a lot of points. So you know where the emphasis has been in your film sessions and in your practices is to guard. And so I see them coming out. I mean, Florida can get off its rails a little bit. They can kind of, go Arkansas on us a little bit, kind of quit moving the ball and start doing a little one-on-one and doing some things like that. And that feeds right into the beast of a good defensive team. And Chris Beard, he'll have his team ready to defend.
Arkansas better be ready to do something on offense or defense tonight at Georgia. Maybe both. That'd be great. Arkansas seemingly desperate for a win. I keep talking about the battle interview this week. It was encouraging to me, and I'll be curious to see what Devo says after the game tomorrow. Hopefully they win, and he's talking about that. But I asked Pat this yesterday, and we debated it earlier in the week, so now I will turn to you about this. Is this same old with Muss, or is this a little different and you think maybe they're in big trouble?
I'm concerned because the rhetoric since the Bahamas has kind of been the same, wouldn't you say?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of, we're not guarding, we're not moving the ball. At some point, the message has got to get through, and it's got to start seeing some results by that, and we're not there yet. Mm-hmm. So, not that we can't be, but I think in the years past, a lot, and the schedule was easier in years past too. So, but you'd see glimpses of a game with great defense and this and that. I mean, even the game I did, Wilmington, they scored 106, but they gave up 90 to Wilmington. So, I mean, you're kind of sitting there going, and that's why I said on the air, I was like, well, maybe this is going to be a team that has to outscore people. Mm-hmm. And so they're searching for their identity. Muss wants to defend. I mean, that's his DNA. He wants to grind you. He wants to, be physical in the lane and physical in the post and rebound you and do all those things. And right now, especially to me with their bigs, I mean, they're not getting that physical presence. Even that Kamani Johnson gave them last year.
Yeah.
He'd come in there and beat the hell out of some people for 15 minutes. They got nobody doing that. And so you look at teams like Tennessee where they have Meshack and Adu, and look at Florida. They got 4 dudes. This kid tonight for Georgia, Chiwu. I mean, he's a presence. He's a physical presence, and our bigs have got to start getting some offensive rebounds, getting to the foul line, driving it, quit spotting up for threes, spotting up for jump shots. They got to get a little more grit to them to kind of, help this offense with some putbacks and some close shots and things like that. Because I just think the games start getting going and they're not scoring, and so then you have battles like, all right, man, I gotta do something. Debo's, I gotta do something, and Minifield, I gotta do something, and then you start, not running your stuff, taking bad shots, rebound, off to the races. You look up, you're down 20.
Yeah.
So they gotta grind it a little bit. I suspect I think Muss is going to get. I think he's been waiting for people to step forward. I think tonight he's just going to say, "Look, maybe they haven't, but these are my 8.
Yep.
This is who I think. This is who I think is my best 8. No, you guys." And I think he's going to really tighten his rotation. I don't see him trying to slow it down, but he's going. They're going to want to be careful with the tempo. And he's just going to try to grind it, try to get them in that grind mode to where they can win some of these games ugly. They haven't shown that they can play a bad game and win it so far this season.
Who's your solution down low? The guy that can help, that that can guard some of these big dudes.
I like Chandler. I think he's better defensively and better rebounding than he has been, but he goes away for a little while. I like Lawson, man. I mean, Lawson, he's a long kid. He's not very big, though. I mean, he doesn't have a lot of girth. He doesn't move people around, but he's shown that he can be a rim protector, a good, solid offensive rebounder. I think he really understands his role and plays his role very well. And so I would lean towards him. But the guy that's got to get going is Brazil. I mean, I don't know how many free throws he shot this year, but it's atrocious. I mean, he's got to start driving the ball. He's got to start getting in there, forcing contact. Again, he doesn't have to become Charles Barkley, but floating around on the perimeter with your hands up, wanting to shoot a 3. He's shown that he can really put the ball on the floor. You don't have to be a post-up player to get the ball into the post. You can drive it in there at 7 feet tall with his wingspan's incredible, and just raise up and shoot over people, get people in the air, get some contact, get yourself to the free throw line. Plus, it puts you in there to where if you do kick it out, you're in position to rebound. You're in position to get your own miss. You're in position, if you kick it out, to get somebody else's miss.
Do you think that there's any after effects? Wes brought this up yesterday. Hate to quote Wes. Think there's any after effects of the surgery that he's not 100% confident to mix it up and get physical?
I don't think so. I mean, I've watched him in practice, and I'm sure the little tweak of I'm sure there's moments where that'll be there for the rest of his life.
Sure.
I mean, that's not gonna. You don't have an injury like that and just go, oh, it's nothing. But when you turn your ankle, and you're gonna have memories of that. But I've seen him do some things explosively in games to where it doesn't look like there's any hesitation. But again, he's not driving it like he was.
And that's how he hurt it.
That's how he hurt it. So I would be remiss to say that I don't think it is, but I would bet there's a little bit.
Yeah.
Justin, a little bit. There has to be. I mean, it's human nature.
If they lose this game and they lose on Saturday,
I mean, here we go again. What was it last year? Was it 1-5? What were we?
Yeah, that's right.
1-5, 0-3 the year before.
Yeah, I mean,
2-4 the year before that.
Status quo.
okay. How about not digging a hole? That'd be neat.
Yeah, I don't know that.
What do they need to do tonight?
They got to defend, man. They can't go in there and try. You want to run and push it off your defense, off of stops. Be aggressive. Try to get the ball up the floor and attack. Get to the free throw line. That's just another staple of Muss's teams.
Yeah.
I mean, when they get to the free throw line 25, 30 times a game, they're playing the way they want to offensively. So, but I think everything you hear that you've heard for the last 6 weeks from Muss is the first things that come out of his mouth is defense.
Right. I thought Minifield was going to be the key. Certainly I don't lean on him for defense, as slightly built as he is, but I thought offensively they'd have a lot better flow with him in there. Again, it just, like Wes said, they're scoring points against certain opponents, but the flow of the offense does not look good at all.
No, it's sticking. It's a lot of one-on-one. Their assists are way down. The ball's not getting passed. A lot of one-on-one. And Muss likes that. I mean, Muss Muss's offense is.
He's the only coach I've ever heard that counted passes.
Yeah, but I mean, it's very
A lot of them do.
predicated on guys getting, moving the ball, getting your guy in a one-on-one matchup, and you taking your guy and beating him off the dribble. I mean, so his offense is predicated a lot to playing ISO basketball. But when the ball doesn't move and you go down one side of the floor and a guy gets it, and you're not LeBron James ain't out there. Well, you can do that in the NBA. Where's LeBron? Okay, throw it to him. All right. Take your guy, and we'll all spot up and play off of you.
Right.
We don't have that guy.
Little ball movement, then drive to the
Right.
hole. Once
Try
you
to
get a guy
people
out of
chasing
position.
you, playing the closeouts, all that basic stuff that makes it easier to do that. And again,
Do you think more Mekhi Mitchell backing the guy down and spinning in the lane and shooting is that the answer?
no.
Okay, just want to check on that.
8 of 15 from the free throw line, by the way.
Yeah.
15 free throws.
They'll make free throws. I'm not, but
No,
they
I'm
need,
not-
they
yeah.
need more attempts.
I
You're
mean,
right.
that was on top of it, but just 15
Yeah.
But
free
I mean,
throws.
I think if you look in the past 2 or 3 years, I'll bet they're for an average, they're probably right around 20 points a game.
From the free throw line.
Right.
Yeah, they're like 20 or 25.
Yeah, they're always getting around 20 points a game from the line.
Right.
So
And especially during the Auburn-Arkansas game. Those are games that we've seen like 20-plus free throws from both teams. That's just the way they play. And for that game, and maybe it was the way it was officiated because Auburn didn't go to the free throw line a lot either.
Yeah.
Maybe they were just letting them play. But last night, for example, Auburn went to the free throw line 26 times against A&M, and A&M went to the line 19 times.
yeah.
We got to hit a break. On the way in, here's your boy Nate Oates after the game. Apparently did not like some of the activities of South Carolina during the game. Certainly didn't like what he heard from South Carolina's coach before the game. And Nate just couldn't help himself. Had to pop back off at him.
Coach, Lamont Paris said he believed that double technical was instigated by your bench. Were you given an explanation for that call there in the second half?
They said that our guys were kind of talking. I mean, there's a lot of talking. They that run they came out of the game 13. Their guys were yelling at our bench for whatever reason. I don't know. I mean, they made the statement the SEC isn't ready for them. I guess we'll see if the SEC is ready for them. But this SEC team was ready for them. They were talking an awful lot during the game. I don't condone us talking to the other team off the bench, but I heard what their guys were saying right out of the gate. So that quick 13-point run at the beginning of the game didn't last very long.
You fellas are a long ways removed from that Final Four team.
Yeah, man, know your place.
Yeah.
I mean, you're better than you were last year. You were god awful last year.
Yeah, Thurman
you
Lake
couldn't-
walking
you
through that
couldn't
door.
Not be better than last year, Steve. So
I'll get Savage in here real quick, and we'll take a break. We'll talk some NFL on the other side with Joe. I know he's looking forward to going shirtless in Kansas City this week. What's up, Savage?
What's up, fellas? Joe, real quick, if you look at every SEC team, they've already got a starting five. They've got a good nucleus of guys that are, they know who they're putting out there. And Arkansas has played a bunch of games. They're still guessing on who they're putting out there. I don't think they got it this year. Joe, what do you think?
well, no, when you're searching, man, it's like you always say when you got two quarterbacks, you don't have one, and so you're kind of in that mode. I mean, you're searching out. That's why I think Muss is going to get to the point where he goes, "This is what I think, and this is what I'm going to roll with," and tighten it up and play those guys. I mean, because it's hard for those guys to come in and out and in and out. And you wanted by this time you wanted to have defined roles, and Arkansas is still looking for that, and that's not a good recipe.
I got a note here from a buddy of mine. Tell anybody thinking about going south on I-30 to forget it. Got on I-30 at 8:05, and I haven't made it to Benton yet. And this was about 10 minutes ago. Sorry if it's too late, folks, but maybe I saved a few of you. Heads up. Use the Waze. Use the Waze. WAZE, best app going. It'll avoid that kind of nonsense. Save you a ticket or two along the way, usually also. Not that you speed.
103.7 The Buzz is your home for Arkansas Razorback basketball. Coverage is brought to you by Crane Hyundai of Conway, Blackman Auctions, Bell Chevrolet, and Arkansas Scholarship Lottery.
This is SportsCenter. A busy night in Southeastern Conference hoops last night. The Kentucky Wildcats get to 2-0 in the league with a 90-77 win over the Missouri Tigers. Auburn gets to 2-0 as well, 66-55 over the Texas A&M Aggies. Alabama hammers South Carolina 74-47, and LSU tops Vanderbilt 77-69. 3 games on the slate tonight at 6 o'clock. It's Tennessee on the road against Mississippi State, and 2 games at 8 o'clock, Florida and Ole Miss, and then also Arkansas takes on the Georgia Bulldogs at 8 p.m. You can catch it right here on 103.7 The Buzz. I'm Josh Neighbors for The Buzz Radio Network.
Big O Tires believes in straight talk. So what would you do with an extra $100? Shopping, road trip, steak dinner? Right now at the Conway and Cabot Big O Tires, get $100 instant savings on all Big O brands of tires with the best warranty in the industry. 3-year free replacement on road hazard conditions, workmanship, and material defect. Free flat repair, free rotate and balance, and roadside assistance. Save $100 now and get tires, service, and straight talk at the Big O Tires in Conway and Cabot.
Hi, I'm Rick Pennington of Lions Drug. We have great news. Generic Cialis is now available at a huge savings. We have Tadalafil, the FDA-approved generic of Cialis, in a 20-milligram tablet at a savings of up to 80%. We have the 5-milligram daily tablets for less than $3 a pill. Lions Drug continues to be your go-to pharmacy for men's health. What are you waiting for? Call us today at 844-676-2247 or go to our website at lionsdrug.com.
Progressive asks, what do a middle school slumber party,
Let's stay up all night. Yeah!
a sleep-deprived girl, an early morning paper route, and a poorly thrown rolled-up newspaper have in common?
Hey, my window!
They can become a fast-breaking news story.
Sorry, Mr. Thompson.
Bundle your home and auto with Progressive for great savings and round-the-clock protection.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
The Home Depot makes it easy to shop and save on appliances in-store and online. Enjoy savings on top brands like GE, LG, Frigidaire, Whirlpool, and more. Find kitchen appliances with helpful features like customized organization, and save time with laundry appliances that have faster wash and dry cycles. Shop now and get up to $450 off select appliances at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Pricing valid January 4 through 24. Gas ranges and dryers extra. U.S. only. See store or online for details.
For me, the sun rises and sets with
The Zone.
Yeah.
We know how you feel. Don't worry. The Zone with Justin, Agri, and Westmore in the Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort Studio is back.
It's a new year. How about a new ride? Gwatney Chevrolet has some great deals right now. If you're going to trade in a vehicle that's 2010 or newer, you're going to get an extra $2,250. That's on top of all the other rebates, all the other deals that they have. An extra $2,250 for trading in a vehicle that's 2010 or newer. They still have no payments for 90 days for some of the vehicles out there. Great selection right now, new and previously owned. Go to the website, GwatneyChevrolet.com. Take a look at all of the inventory. Find the vehicle you want, then go to the Gregory Street exit in Jacksonville. They're going to pay top dollar for the vehicle you're driving right now and give you the bonus for that trade-in. Go see what they can do for you at Gwatney Chevrolet. It's January. They're starting off the new year with a bang, and they want you to start off the new year in a new car. Gwatney Chevrolet in Jacksonville.
All right, let's get to Mizzou Maniac in here. Then we're going to turn our attention to the NFL. The wild card weekend is about to get underway in just a couple of days. What's up, Mizzou Maniac?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good, buddy. What's up?
Hey, I just wanted to comment on the SEC basketball. You got Joe on and everything, and
yep.
My Tigers. We lost to Georgia by I don't know, it was 4 or 5. And I compare them a lot in correlation with the Hogs. And
Georgia or Missouri?
Missouri.
Okay.
Because Missouri, they've got a lot of veteran guys back, and cohesively they are a really, really good team. Okay, everybody knows their role. They're a great team.
They're really not.
But the talent is not there. Okay. And what you see with the Hogs is it's reversed, okay? You've got all this talent, You've got all these guys that are super athletic, but it doesn't seem like the team is it's not as good of a team.
What you're saying is Missouri, if I may, Missouri Maniac, if I may, what you're telling me is Missouri is more than the sum of their parts, and Arkansas so far has been less than the sum of their parts. Is that what you're saying? Because I think that's fair.
Yes, but Arkansas will win probably. They'll beat Mizzou, okay?
Yeah, they will.
But the dynamic, I think you're seeing this. It's just a good example of what the transfer portal is doing. Just because you bring in all this talent doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to have the best team. But you got to bring in talent. And I see Beard down at Ole Miss. I mean, the dude, he brings in talent. So I just wanted to kind of see what your guys' thought was on that perspective. And
yeah.
Thanks for taking my call, guys.
Thank you. Well, Muss's philosophy has worked just dandy for Arkansas so far. So
8 years in a row.
You may have a year where you miss.
4 at Nevada and 4 here.
I think that's just the nature of what he does. Eventually, you're going to strike out doing what he does.
Yeah, you're gonna hit a rough patch. I mean, you can't hit a home run every time. I mean, he's
hitting at a good rate right now, but eventually you'll strike out.
He'd settle for a ground rule double right now, I imagine. Yeah. But we'll see what this team ends up being. Wes is he's staying in the optimistic camp.
Oh, yeah.
No, I
hope you're right.
I mean, they can win tonight. I mean, this is not
sure.
And I mean, Florida is a very talented team, but they go away for a little while too. I mean, they'll play great, and then the thing that worries me is they lose tonight, 0-2, and then you're coming home. You're going to have
They're not coming home.
No, I'm talking about Florida.
Oh,
going to Florida.
Yeah.
Florida loses tonight at Ole Miss, and then they go home. You got 0-2.
They're going to really be hungry.
Yeah.
You got
two desperate teams at 0-2 possibly.
Right.
What do you think about Arkansas not coming home and staying out on the road?
I like it.
I do too. I think maybe the best thing possible for this team to bond as a team maybe during this road trip.
If they could take their phones away too for a couple of days, I think that would be absolutely the perfect scenario. Get them isolated and get them away.
That'd be anarchy.
I know it, but I mean, it would be get them away from everything, and get them with each other, and hopefully get them focused.
It doesn't make any. I will say. I mean, look, modern air travel is great, especially when you fly private like Arkansas does. But you get done at 10:30, you're at the plane. You're on the plane at 11:30, and you get back home in the middle of the night. Versus, maybe you spend the night there and then you zip over to Gainesville the next day. You're rested. You get more practice time. 100% it makes sense, because otherwise you're zipping home. You're tired all the next day. Mm-hmm. Then you're flying out the next day to go to Gainesville. It doesn't make any sense. This is just common sense, honestly. But most people don't do it with a Wednesday-Saturday split.
Yeah.
No, I think they should do it more often.
Yeah.
Especially with that travel schedule going. I could see maybe Oxford going back to Fayetteville, but that's a 2.5-hour trip.
Yeah.
And then you got a 3-hour trip.
Well, paying for hotel rooms ain't a big deal for them,
no.
And they're okay with per diem and such. So I think they'll be fine.
Yeah, I think it's smart, and I hope that the secondary part of this is the team being out on the road. We've heard Van Horn talk about this in the past, how it's great to have these road trips just for the team to bond.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what this team needs.
That's a good point. I'll tell you what, we were going to dive into the NFL, but let's finish up with the basketball talk, and then we'll hit the NFL on the other side. We'll have a little longer segment there. Last night had a couple of big upsets, and you had a Houston team that was perfect, but they're not anymore.
10 to shoot for Iowa State. Gilbert goes inside to the freshman, spins, and hits a near impossible angle.
Oh, you're going to love this shot. Take a look. The double team comes, and he turns away from the double team. And, folks, that is not an accident. This kid can play. He's got a lot of these kind of shots. Watch the double come, so he spins away from the big guy.
Christian, pronounce the kid's name?
Milan Momcilovic.
Okay, very good. And he had no reaction to making the shot. He looked like he had made that shot 1,600 times this week.
You would think from that name he's from Europe. But he's from Wisconsin.
Which is a lot like Europe, honestly, if you've been there. It really is very similar. Also last night, Purdue, the team that was number one in the country. By the way, you want to know something interesting? Purdue is the number one betting favorite at Oaklawn. Purdue's women are the absolute last team in the country as far as betting favorites go. Their basketball team must be really bad, the women's team.
Yeah.
Anyway, the Huskers last night took down Purdue, and they won by a lot. I don't know if you saw the final score.
Unbelievable job. Terrific. You can see the look of disappointment from number 1 Purdue, who goes down to Nebraska, and here come the fans out of the court.
That is a terrible clip for radio, but just trust me, they won by a lot. So was this totally self-serving because my alma mater happened to beat Houston, their first loss of the year? Maybe. Or that a former Cyclone is the head coach of Nebraska and they beat Purdue? Maybe.
I think it's notable that number 1 and number 2 lost on the same night.
That's true.
Chance for Kansas to be number 1 next week.
And if only they had lost to TCU, that would really made my whole weekend. I'd have been so happy all the way through.
Nebraska is led by a Japanese point guard named Keisei Tominaga.
Yeah, he's fun to watch.
He's pretty good.
Who's Nebraska's coach? The Iowa State alum?
The mayor, man. It's the mayor.
Frederick Hoiberg.
Come on. That's right.
I had forgotten that he was still there. It seems like he's been there for a little bit.
Well, he had to talk his way back into another year, I think, because he was on thin ice a little
bit. They haven't made the tournament yet, have they?
I don't think so. No, they weren't very good last year. They had some good moments. They won a couple of big games last year. They beat a couple ranked teams, but yeah, they weren't particularly good. But hopefully they've got it figured out or go in the right direction. He's a good coach.
Yeah.
But that's not. I mean, it's a tough place to coach. I mean, they've got a nice facility, but obviously I think we all know where the priorities at Nebraska lie. Volleyball. What?
Questions of the day?
Yes, sir, please.
Our first one, what is the least intriguing NFL playoff game this weekend? You got Steelers, Bills, Browns, Texans, Rams, Lions, and you got other comment.
Originally, he put Steelers, Bills twice.
That's the obvious answer.
I will tell you this, though. While I don't think the Bills are going to lose.
Yeah.
You know who's got the best QBR the last 3 games of
Mason
the
Rudolph.
Mason Rudolph is rolling right now.
He still stinks.
Okay. He's completed 75% of his passes the last 3 weeks. And they are undefeated with him at starting quarterback.
Our other one, I'm thinking about posting, how are you feeling about Arkansas basketball right now? It's topical. Optimistic?
Fine. Like I do when I've got the runs, typically. But maybe this can be the Pepto I need tonight in Athens, Georgia.
Optimistic, fine, slightly worried, or very worried.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I like it. We've got Big Joe Kleine here, thanks to Corky's Barbecue, coming up. Kevin Kelley will join us. We'll get his thoughts on the NFL. We're going to talk a little NFL on the other side. And we're going to be joining the final hour. We had a discussion the other day on the show. And, Joe, I know sometimes man cannot live by Corky's alone. But he can try.
He can try.
So we saw this story about Sonic. They've got a new thing. They're doing peanut butter bacon cheeseburgers. And they're doing bacon in one of their shakes, peanut butter shakes. So we thought, we did a question of the day the other day. Which one would you be more likely to try? And so
I think the winner was the shake.
I think
That's
so
the
too.
Obvious answer.
Did you ever grow up eating peanut butter on a burger, just as like
No.
not like a normal day, but like okay, I had it. There's a place that specializes in this in Winterset, Iowa. I was telling the guys, it's actually quite phenomenal when the peanut butter melts over the burger. It is an odd combination in theory, but the flavors work nicely together. So I don't know if you'll be around, but I'll get you one. But you can make one at home. Any old peanut butter on any old burger will do. It's pretty tasty, I'm saying. I know it sounds weird.
Corky's.
Yeah.
Could be a special. All right, this is a test. So, of the emergency broadcast system. No, we have had a lot of problems with our phones.
Mizzou Maniac was okay.
Unfortunately, yes. He talked for a long time.
David's been one of the ones we've had issues with.
That's what I was going to say. This can be a great test. So, David from Searcy has been an issue. So, Gary has been working with our friends at AT&T to try to get things shored up. So, this will be a great test. If David can make it through his call without it hanging up on him, I'm going to feel really good about
progress.
Progress, yes. I'm not going to say it's 100% fixed, but anyway, David, have at it.
Yes, this is great. I'll be the tester here. First of all, I'd like to say that when Michigan and Ohio State play, I always pull for Michigan. I detest Ohio State. Michigan is slightly below that. But watching them win the national championship almost made me physically ill. I wish the preacher was on today. Here's the deal. In the day and age when everybody pays the players, the coach should not find a way to be suspended twice during the season. It wouldn't surprise me what they had someone on the sidelines when a pass play was called, they hit a trash can twice. If when a running play was called, they hit the trash can once, because that's just the kind of program they got. But anyway, that's enough of that. I got a positive thing to say. baseball season. We've got Smith. He's throwing. He's added about 10, 12, 14 pounds of muscle. He's throwing 100 miles an hour. Of course, they don't want him throwing 100 very much, but he can. And he's added a split finger fastball. We know what Brady Tiger can do. And this Molina guy they got from Texas Tech was their number one starter. I guarantee you he could be the number one starter on half the teams in America right now. He gave up 63 hits in 83 innings. Let's bring this thing on, man. I'm ready for this.
All right.
Thanks.
Very good.
How about that?
Gary Horn, Engineer of the
Made
Year.
it.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Very good work. We got NFL talk and some live fan feedback from our friends at the Gangster Museum of America, maybe a little Southern Structural Solutions text line offering or two as well. Stick around. Big Joe Klein's got more thoughts on the other side. Don't you?
As many, I'll give you all I got.
Okay,
It might be one or two.
You have more, though? You're not out.
No.
Roger Scott for Alcoa Community Federal Credit Union and their New Year's auto loan special. Rates as low as 3.99% on 22, 23, and 24 models. No payments for 90 days or up to 84 months financing. Now listen to me now. Offer valid through January 31st only. Get approved online at alcoacommunityfcu.org.
Arkansas, the wait is over. Brewski's North is officially open for business in the Lakewood Village Shopping Center. Doors open at 11 a.m. with all of your pub grub favorites and happy hour drink specials. Come get your grub on with the all-new Smash Burger lineup, best wings in the city with 11 different sauces, or try the new additions to the menu like the spicy Asian chicken salad. Live music starts the weekend every Thursday with karaoke every Friday and Saturday. Brewski's North, you home for lunch, happy hour, and late night.
Some of those old injuries, they begin to creep up and things begin to start hurting again. I finally got to the point where I'm like, I can't just wake up and know my knee's going to be bothering me and push through this on a daily basis.
Old football injuries can't keep former college and pro football player Bobby Carpenter down. So he decided to check out the all-natural regenerative pain treatments at QC Kinetics.
I was fortunate enough to obviously sit down with QC and kind of understand your body still has the ability to heal in it. We just need to give it a little bit of a boost.
Exactly. QC Kinetics concentrates your body's own healing agents in your painful hips, shoulders, knees, or back.
Everyone can say, well, you need to replace this or replace that, but it's no surprise to see people being willing to try this first, especially when it has such great results.
QC Kinetics treatments take place the same day right in the office. No downtime. Call today for your complimentary consultation and see if you're a good candidate.
Call QC Kinetics, 501-222-8440. That's 501-222-8440. 501-222-8440.
Join the zone each Monday for Game Balls and Jock Straps. Brought to you by A Caddy's Touch Landscaping. Find out who made the best, average, and worst headlines in sports and entertainment each Monday as Justin Acree and Wes Moore give you their Game Balls and Jock Straps on the zone from 10 to 1. It's all brought to you by A Caddy's Touch Landscaping, 501-794-2770. Call today to get your landscape updated to a whole new level and be listening for Game Balls and Jock Straps only on 103.7 The Buzz.
I'm Rachel Parker Harding for Parker Cadillac. Get ready to arrive in style on game day in a luxurious certified pre-owned Cadillac. Choose from XT5, XT6, Escalade, or sedan models. Parker Cadillac has the largest inventory of certified pre-owned Cadillacs in Arkansas. Plus, all Parker Cadillac certified pre-owned customers receive 2 years, unlimited miles of complimentary oil changes. For more details, visit parker-cadillac.com.
Slim Chickens of Central Arkansas presents Rollin' with Nolan on Drive Time Sports with Randy Rainwater and Rick Schaefer every Thursday at 6 on 103.7 The Buzz.
From the Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort Studio, you're in the zone. Want to get into the show? Call or text 661-1037 or leave a message on our live fan feedback. Now, let's get back into the zone.
It's not different. It's not. Everybody wants to make it different. It's not different. Like, it's just a matter of, like I told our team today, we've been getting better throughout the year. Each and every week we've gotten better. We just have to stay on that track. Keep getting better. Keep playing sound. Keep playing relentless. Play clean football if we do that. And that's all that matters, right? We Focus on playing good football. It doesn't matter that it's the playoffs. The game doesn't change. It's still football. We got to go execute. We got to go play fast.
I hit the post and everything. Nice work. D'Amico Ryans, I don't know if he screamed too much or somebody had the audacity to punch him in the throat. That didn't seem like a good idea because the guy looks like he can still play.
Yeah, he sounds like me sometimes, or Doc Rivers.
Yeah. He is the head coach of the Houston Texans, for those who don't know. And a couple things about him and his team. Playing Joe Flacco, who, by the way, has played in 5 wild card games as a starting quarterback. Do you know what Joe Flacco's record is in those 5 games as a starting quarterback in the wild card round?
4-1.
He's 5-0. And guess who else is? Your boy, Patrick Mahomes. Normally he's not playing wild card weekend, but here we are.
Yep.
It's also, I think, Patrick's 15th playoff game of his career.
Never been on the road.
Nope.
Luckily for him.
And this is the first wild card game, right?
No, I think they played one other time because I remember the Titans.
Can't remember that.
The Titans beat the Patriots, and because we were going to have to go to New England to play the AFC Championship game or the second round game or something.
But wasn't that back when the top 2 seeds got a bye?
I couldn't tell you that. I don't know. But
I have to look it up. I was reading some stats on that stuff today. The other thing that jumped off the page, I thought it's interesting. It has nothing to do with the game, but I just thought it was funny. Talking about D'Amico still looking like he can go. There have only been 3 instances in NFL playoff history where, or at least in the modern era, where a guy played against a starting quarterback and then coached as the head coach against a starting quarterback. And this is the first time in a long time, and he's doing it with Flacco and Ryan, so it's kind of interesting. The Chiefs are at home. It's going to be freezing cold. I thought it was going to be 4 degrees. It's going to be -4. And if you don't think those 8 degrees make a huge difference, you cray.
That's no wind chill.
That's without wind chill.
That's the temp.
This will be one of the 5 coldest games ever. I was reading there was the coldest game ever, and I can't remember where it was, but it was somewhere it was like Cincinnati, somewhere you would not think of first. -15 with like a -35 wind chill or something insane. Like, this is dangerously cold. People are going to get frostbite. People are going to get, there's going to be some people in trouble after this game.
I remember years ago going to the Cotton Bowl, Oklahoma, Arkansas, in the early 2000s with Matt Jones, and it was 10-0. But it was
10-3, I think.
It was cold.
It was horrible. But the year before, or 2 years before, they had played, and it was beautiful.
Yeah, but it was 15.
Yeah.
And it was
awful.
It was awful.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine worse than that.
Yeah, that was a cold game.
I think there's a little warm front coming through Kansas City because I just looked, and at kickoff it's supposed to be 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then it gets down to 0 at 10:30.
Okay.
So maybe they'll avoid the negative actual temperatures until everybody gets in the car and leaves.
It's going to suck.
Oh, my gosh, that's miserable.
You know what? It's bad. It's really bad environment for frogs, I'll tell you that.
Ready for the playoffs in sub-zero temperatures?
What could be better, man? Playing playoff football January at Arrowhead Stadium. It's going to be cold. Kind of is what it is. I'd rather be playing a football game than chasing my kids around the backyard. So I'll have that little bit of the adrenaline rush, and I'm excited for it.
What he meant to say is he didn't want to have to spend any more time with Brittany than necessary, but he couldn't say that because he didn't want to get in trouble. And it's too damn cold to be chasing your kids anywhere outside.
Dolphins going into that? At least Kansas City, they live in it, and they're halfway. Nobody's used to that, but at least you've been out in cold weather.
I agreed, but I will say, and look, a lot of the guys on the Dolphins played in college teams that were cold environments, I assume. So,
sure.
I mean, most of them are probably from the South, but that's okay. That's where the best football is played, apparently. Maybe somebody's a Husky from Washington.
Or Michigan.
I would argue this. It's sort of like, our friends who work in morning television, your wife, for example, used to be a morning host. That is not getting up early in the morning. That is getting up in the middle of the night. And playing in 25 degrees is freaking cold, and it's awful. I've done it. I played in a game that was 18 degrees one time, and it was snowing. And it was real cool after a quarter and you kind of got into the game. It was amazing as a player. But as a fan, that had to blow. But we're talking about something. When you're hanging around 0, it's a different animal, man. And I don't care if you live in it or you don't. It's hell. It's going to suck.
When there's pain involved.
Oh. Yeah, that's my prediction.
Every hit.
My prediction's pain.
It's going to be like every time you get hit, it's going to be like hitting that foul ball on the end of a bat, but it going all over your body.
The worst part's going to be going the sideline.
Oh.
I mean, the worst part is going to be waiting between drives.
Surely they got so many heaters over there, and the bench just huddle up, those big coats.
Running around, the players will not be bothered by it, I don't think, once they're in the game. But, yeah, for the fans, I'm worried about the fans, the coaches. Remember the game in Green Bay years ago with Coughlin with his face getting all red? He didn't care. They won, so it didn't matter. I don't know if his skin has ever been the same since. Anyway, one other thing here. This is Mike McDaniel on his message to the team. I doubt he's talking a lot about the cold. He needs his team to block that part of it out.
A couple of plays I've already mentioned. We're in the tournament. We've got a shot where we would need it to be. Is that sort of what you were just touching on when you said now that your message to them, hey, despite the loss yesterday, you still have an opportunity?
Well, no, yeah, and it's more like here's the thing about the NFL playoffs is as much weight as all the things that happen during the season carry. There's narratives galore that grow out of results. In the playoffs, it doesn't matter. It's a reset. There's no winners and losers bracket. You know, you're playing football, and the winner gets to continue to play, and the loser does not. So, I think that you have to be bold to, to set goals that are, that you go into knowing that, it's not what has been done. You have to be willing to be vulnerable enough to fully commit yourself to something that you aspire to achieve, and that's a goal. That's not the only goal, and the bottom line is how do you? It's so much like life. How do you take whatever hand that you have, and however it's dealt, you try to make the most of it. So, we have the team will be fired up to.
I like him on NFL Films. The Dolphins thing on HBO was Hard Knocks.
Why it's
He's
a challenge.
terrible on press conference.
For us in house,
He seems like a pretty cool dude. But this is terrible.
I love him. We've had the last few bites we played from him have been awful. But
when he's mic'd up on the sideline and some of the
He's
things
awesome.
he does, yeah, he's great.
Yeah, brevity is genius. That's the old saying. He needs to pick up on that. James, real quick, what's up?
I've been listening to y'all about the Razorback basketball. My question is, how did we beat Purdue? What did we do right? It seems to me we can beat anybody in the country if we can beat Purdue. I'll hang up and listen.
It's a great point. It's a great
And
point,
Duke.
James.
Duke was a great win.
Yeah, Joe, what's the problem?
No, they played good. They defended. The ball moved. The rotations were good. They were in sync with each other. They communicated with each other.
They scored more points than the other
right.
team.
I mean, they got good shots. They just played really solid, fundamental basketball, and that's I think that's where you hear Muss losing his mind. You've seen it, you've touched it, you've felt it. Why can't we do it again?
Mike Neighbors had a good soundbite yesterday trying to explain why his girls lost on the road to Kentucky and then beat Georgia by 40 at home.
Human beings.
That's what he said.
Well, that's not really fair. We need robots.
Hey, AI.
Wouldn't mind having him either. Anyway,
I got to run.
What?
I got a doctor's appointment.
It's 11.
I got a doctor's appointment. I got the crud.
Oh, now you tell us. Thanks, James.
Rock out with the only American-style sushi experience founded on great food and rock and roll. Rock and roll sushi. Deliciously twisted flavors and rock and roll vibe that'll blow your mind. Check out our punk rock roll with shrimp tempura, spicy tuna, cream cheese, and seared tuna. Strawberry, avocado, jalapeno, cucumber topping, and more. Rock and roll sushi for lunch or dinner. rockandrollsushi.com.
Now with 5 locations in Central Arkansas.
Serious injuries happen every day.
If it happens to you, don't wait. Dial 8.
Dial 8 for Rainwater, Holton, Sexton. 888-8888.
We can meet you online, at your house, or wherever is easiest for you. Dial 8. 888-8888 for Rainwater, Holton, Sexton.
Anywhere in the state, dial 8.
We've got you covered, Arkansas. Anywhere in the state, dial 8. Rainwater, Holton, Sexton. 888-8888.
Responsible attorneys Michael Rainwater and Bob Sexton.
Stay up to date with the latest Razorback news with the Red White Report every weekday with Justin and Wes on The Zone. Brought to you by Big O Tires with locations in Cabot and Conway.
103.7 The Buzz.
KABZ Little Rock. Powered by you, the fan.
Fire it up! I'm listening!
Buzz News with Channel 7's Ryan Houston.
It was a packed house during Tuesday's Conway City Board meeting. People who spoke during public comments expressed frustration to city leaders on how the police department did not quickly take action on a recent fight over the weekend. During the meeting, the Conway interim police chief announced a third arrest was made. Michael Kennedy will be charged with 2 counts of aggravated assault. 8 former patients of an inpatient facility in Benton are suing the facility, claiming they suffered sexual abuse and assault while there. There are 8 plaintiffs represented in the suit, some citing they tried to report the abuse at Timber Ridge Neuro Restorative in Benton, but were ignored, dismissed, and punished for bringing it up. The lawsuit also states that in 2007, the Arkansas Office of Long-Term Care discovered that the facility failed to investigate claims of sexual misconduct by their employees. From the Channel 7 newsroom, I'm Ryan Houston.
For interior, exterior, commercial, and residential painting, hire the pros at Serta Pro Painters. Get your free estimate at CertaPro.com. That's Serta with a C.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with Channel 7's Melinda Mayo.
A little better weather today. Sunshine returns, a little warmer too, with a high around 52. Not as windy, but still a little breezy. And tonight's low drops down to 32. Even warmer Thursday, up to 59 tomorrow. From the Channel 7 Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Melinda Mayo.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please, turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
The king of Arkansas sports talk, Randy Rainwater for Bet Saracen.
There's big news in the mobile sports betting business. Bet Saracen was just named the 15th largest sports book in America. That's because Arkansans like to do business with a winner. Find all your winners on Bet Saracen. Download it today. And look for my RR prop bet specials. I pick them, you win them.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app.
Gambling problem? Call 800-522-4700.
At the heart of historic downtown Russellville, the Old Bank offers an upscale dining experience. With the freshest ingredients and creative touches, their menu has an item for everyone. From their signature lump crab cake to a classic blue cheese poutine, BLT wedge salad to hand-cut prime steaks. They aim to cater everyone. And that's not all. Upstairs at the Old Bank, you can enjoy live entertainment Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday with trivia, comedy shows, karaoke, live music, and more. Old Bank in downtown Russellville.
This is the Pigskin Preacher, bringing you the word. The opportunities of another new year are beckoning. What will you do with them? Too many get stuck in a rut, doing the same things over and over. As Robin Sharma says, don't live the same year 75 times and call it a life. Change things up. Set new goals. Quit a bad habit. Take up a good one. You can do it, my friend. Say along with Thomas Jefferson. I like the dreams of the future better than the history of the past. May your dreams come true in 2024. Get busy living or get busy dying. Looking for a great place to work? You can be part of the Doublebees team. Go to doublebees.com and apply online. We are looking for a few good men and a few good women. Doublebees. It's where you gas it, grab it, and go. That's Doublebees.
After I drop the kids off, I have to run across town for a meeting, hit the gym during lunch. Jake has soccer tonight, and Emily has gymnastics? Oh, did I turn on the crock pot this morning?
With a never-ending to-do list, it's easy to forget something important, like setting up a life insurance plan with Shelter Insurance. Your local Shelter agent can show you how to create a safety net for your family. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
See Gary Elmore in Lone Oak, Justin Stewart in Malvern, or Drew Self in Hot Springs.
Heartland Rehabilitation and Care Center in Benton proudly offers compassionate and loving care to our veterans, meeting the unique needs of every veteran who calls Heartland home. Visit heartlandrehabcenter.com.
Hello, folks. It's Frank Fletcher from the Fletcher Dodge store here in Sherwood. For the past few months, we've been asking you to give us a chance to buy your cars, and the response has been great. We really appreciate all of you who brought your cars in and turned it into cash. We've purchased hundreds of cars from fine people just like you. Folks, we're still buying cars every day. So look around and see what you or your family has in the garage that you want to turn into cash. It's really easy, folks. Just come into Fletcher Dodge and ask for Chris or Andy. We'll buy any vehicle and we'll pay you more than anyone. We can't find enough vehicles at the auto auctions to meet the demand, so we're extending you this offer to the public. We'll pay you more, so don't wait. We've purchased hundreds of cars from fine people just like you. Come see us today for the best cash offer on your car, truck, van, or SUV. Just ask for Chris or Andy. We'll pay you more, so come see us at Fletcher Dodge on Warden Road in Sherwood. Thanks.
Some people are born for more fun, more freedom, more excitement. Some people are born and see the future before it's here. They see the GV70 for its sleek design and unmatched handling and performance. They see the G90 for its space, luxury, smooth ride, and unsurpassed technology. What were you born for? The all-new Genesis of Conway, now open at 1075 Collier Drive in Conway. The future of luxury, today.
Get in the zone with Justin Acree and Wes Moore every day from 10 to 1, live from the Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort Studios on 103.7 The Buzz.
You're in the zone, coming to you live from the Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort Studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only racing casino resort. Now, here's Justin Acree and Wes Moore on the Buzz Radio Network.
20% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name. He doesn't need his name up in lights, he just wants to be heard, whether it's the beat of the mic. He feels so unlike everybody else, alone, in spite of the fact that some people still think that they know him, but no, he knows the code. It's not about the salary, it's all about reality and making some noise, making a story, making sure his click stays up. That means when he puts it down, Todd's picking it up.
Who the hell is he anyway? He never really talks much, never concerned with status, but still leaving him starstruck. Humble through opportunities, given despite the fact that many misjudge him because he makes a living from writing raps. Put it together himself, now the picture connects. Never asking for someone's help or to get some respect. He's only focused on what he wrote. His will is beyond reach, and now it all unfolds. The skill of an artist. This is 20% skill, 80% fear, be 100% clear, cause Ryu was ill. Who would've thought he'd be the one that set the West in flames? And I heard him wreck it with the crystal method, name of the game. Came back, dropped Megadeth, took him to church. I like Bleach, man. Ryu had the stupidest verse, let's do this the truth. Now everybody giving them guest spots and stocks through the roof. I heard him with that stock.
This is 10% luck, 20%.
This team continues to practice really well. Today was a great practice, and the game on Saturday was a really poor performance. I mean, and but we had a good practice today, and I, if it was bad, I would be the first to tell you guys that it was bad. Matter of fact, sometimes I wish I could get on here and tell you we did have some bad practices, because really practice doesn't matter. I mean, what matters is the game. That's what coaching staffs are paid for. That's what players want to do, is they want to play in a game, and we've got to carry over from the practice floor to a game.
We're talking about practice, man.
The Red White Report is brought to you by Big O Tires, with locations in Conway on Harkrider and in Cabot on Prospect Court. Big O Tires offers an endless selection of wheel and tire combinations. Big O Tires, they have everything you need to fit your budget and style.
We're talking about practice, man.
All right. Not a game. Practice. I hope they practice well, and I hope that translates to good play, because Arkansas is due for one, and Arkansas will tip it off with the Georgia Bulldogs tonight at 8 o'clock.
2.5 point underdog.
2.5, and the money's moving towards?
According to Oaklawn.
The Woo Pig Sueys, because it was 3 yesterday. So, a little more credit. People think they're going to turn it around, or maybe it's a lack of respect for Georgia. You decide.
In that press conference, he mentioned that ultimately practice doesn't matter. It matters what you do in games, which I was surprised to hear him say.
Not a game. What's your level of optimism tonight, boys?
I think we win tonight.
Oh, wow.
If we don't, the sky is falling.
I'm I have no clue. I honestly don't. It's 50-50.
If they get blown out tonight, what's a blowout?
It's bad.
By Georgia?
Dozen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'd be by a dozen 15. Or more. Yeah, I'll be very concerned. 15 for sure.
Yeah.
I'll be very concerned.
So what would be your vote on the question of the day today? Optimistic, fine, somewhat concerned, very concerned.
I'll say somewhat concerned right now.
Somewhat concerned.
It just looks different to me, and people I trust that I've asked in recent days feel the same. And again, there's also plenty of reason to go with Wes's thought process, which is he'll get it figured out. He deserves the benefit of the doubt, and he does. It just looks a little more discombobulated than usual to me. That doesn't mean he can't figure it out. He's going to have to do a little more work, figure something out.
I still voted. I'm somewhat concerned. You have to be somewhat concerned with what you saw against Auburn.
I'm not going to give up on the season already and quit watching them. I'm going to watch every second tonight. At walk-ons.
Are you going?
Yes.
Heck yeah.
I won't watch every second there, but I'll watch part of it. It's a late start. I'm old.
8.
But I'm going to go by there and have dinner with my kid and then hang out with Josh. And then whenever you get there, we'll give you a high five. And then we're going to roll out and probably watch the very end of the game at home. And we'll listen to the post-game show, though. You should definitely check that out tonight. Because if Arkansas wins, I think it'll be an intriguing post-game show. And if Arkansas loses...
We had an intriguing post-game show Saturday.
Yeah, especially if they get smoked tonight, it's going to be hellacious. So make sure you don't miss it. It is the Chevrolet Gwatney Buick GMC postgame show tonight. Live from Walk-Ons in West Little Rock. Heck, go out there and watch it in person. The guys would love to see you.
I would suggest getting there at 7 with the game starting at 8.
Okay.
To get a table. It's the place to be
to
watch games. I had a buddy that got there. What Arkansas started at 1 last Saturday. He got there at noon and got one of the last couple of tables for us. If you get there at 1 o'clock.
But don't you think a Saturday is different than a
could be, yeah,
Wednesday night?
But I'm just be safe. Get there
I think
a little bit before the game.
You guys
a lot before the game.
Should all go to church, and then you should come afterwards. So hopefully that's around 8 o'clock, right? Time for tip-off. I'll be there at 7:30.
The game was at 1. Was everybody gone by 1:45?
Oh no. They were there and then stuck around and started watching NFL football.
That's why.
True.
Yeah, that's the only reason.
Okay, can you turn this TV off and turn it on?
What time's the game Saturday?
Football? Razorbacks.
Razorback basketball, Florida.
I don't know.
I don't either. But I like
think
that.
3.
I appreciate the fact that you said
3, but
good.
I don't want to throw something out that I'm wrong. But it's an afternoon game. I know that for sure.
It is a 3 o'clock game.
Ooh, look at the big brain on Brad.
I got shot. I didn't even watch it. Was it Brett? I think it's Brett. Is it Brett or Brad? We debate this
It's
a lot.
Brad.
Is it?
It's Brad.
Okay. Go with it. I haven't seen Pulp Fiction in a while. Anyway, I thought it was Brett all those years.
It's Brad.
Okay.
I just looked it up just to clarify.
Thank you. Very good. Razorback women are playing tomorrow at home.
Tomorrow night, Mississippi State. Chance to go 2-0. Mississippi State's 0-2. I'm sorry, to go 2-1, win their second straight game.
I talked to the voice of the Arkansas women yesterday for a while. I told them our
story.
Yes, the story that was told yesterday by our buddy Travis over at Eat My Catfish about Phil putting an entire boudin ball in his mouth and burning the hell out of the roof of his mouth, and he remembered it warmly, fondly. So it was nice of him to bail him out after he had burned his mouth during a radio show up in Northwest Arkansas. But not recommended. But I will say, too, just a reminder, we have anything else for the
Razorback softball started practicing yesterday.
Okay.
In the snow.
Tough. Eat My Catfish is open in Breckenridge. It is a beautiful setting. They did a great job renovating after the tornado and the microburst, and the food was phenomenal. And I'm going to live on blackened catfish and blackened shrimp from Eat My Catfish for the foreseeable future. It was outstanding. And I will tell you this, that's one of the better pieces of chicken I put in my mouth in a while. They have fried chicken. It's like they call them tenders, but it's different. It's bigger. It's really meaty for a tender, so it's real juicy.
You know, I'm a tender guy because I have the palate of a 5-year-old. They do have good tenders. Yeah.
Buddy, their tenders are off the charts.
They're good.
Like, I could just go there and eat chicken. That's how good it is.
They have a catfish chicken shrimp plate that you should get.
Yeah.
It's a combo.
That sounds
amazing.
amazing.
You can get blackened catfish, blackened shrimp, and the chicken tenders.
Yeah, when I was a kid, that was my favorite thing to get at a fast food restaurant. You guys know the one I'm talking about. You get the fried fish and the fried chicken, and then you had the little crispy things at the bottom.
Long John
But this is
Silver's.
a much better
Captain
version
D's
of that.
or Long John Silver's?
Long John's, yeah.
Okay.
I grew up in Long John's.
LJS.
We didn't have Captain D's when I was a kid. LJS, dude, in college, I was like, let's see how fat we can get. Yeah.
Ours was Jack in the Box.
Yeah.
After the meat scare, they had their tacos for like 10 cents.
Yeah.
They did. Honestly,
That's
you can go to Jack in the Box, get like 10 tacos for $1.
I was driving to Florence, Alabama the other day, and I stopped at a Jack in the Box. It was absolutely awful. The service was terrible. The burgers were awful.
I've only been there like twice in my
It was
life.
so bad. I was really, and again, it's the middle of nowhere on my way to Florence, but it wasn't good. Anyway. They have like fried chicken. They got a lot of different stuff there, though. It's an interesting variety on the menu.
They have a little bit of everything. We went out, last trip we made to L.A., we had really like 20 minutes before we had to be somewhere. And you know L.A. traffic, that's not long.
Right.
And there was a Jack in the Box and pulled in there, and the girls had never had the Jack in the Box tacos. And we got some of those tacos. And they're like, these aren't bad for
Jack
fast
tacos
food. Jack, you think Jack in the Box hamburgers. Their tacos were pretty dang good.
I must have ordered badly. I should have gone taco. Should have gone taco.
Well, you can get you can go to a fast food restaurant and it'd be bad.
Not often.
Well, I'm talking about like you can go to one McDonald's and it's a great McDonald's. You can go to another one and it's terrible, just like service-wise.
Oh, service-wise, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, my service was bad, but the food wasn't very good. I ordered bad, though. Again, I got I had like a 2 cheeseburger meal with it was just bad. The fries were It's just
You can also get the fries that have been sitting out way too long.
Yeah, it was
occasionally.
Yeah. Anyway, well, like the woman that was. Here's the thing. Again, I don't ask for a lot, but like if you're checking me out, I don't want you to be carrying on a conversation with the guy over here. He's flirting with you. You're flirting with him. That's fine. You guys got all day to flirt. I'm the only guy in here at the window. Just let me get my food and let me get on my way. And I mean, she's literally chit-chatting with the guy while I'm standing there waiting to order. It's just me and her right here. She's at the thing, and she's chit-chatting with Fred over here. Flirty, flirty, flirt, flirt, flirt. You guys listen. Get a room. I don't care. But can I get my burgers? I got to get on the road. I'm moving. Let's go. Chop, chop. I'm on a schedule. Come on, sugar.
That's annoying.
Oh, it's so annoying. Anyway, speaking of, hey, Rebecca, how are you?
I'm wonderful. How are y'all doing?
We are so great. It's great to have you. Happy New Year. What's going on?
I was just calling. You were wondering a while ago whether this was Patrick's first wild card game. It's
Yes.
not. It's his second one.
Okay.
The first one was at the end of the 21 season in January of 22 when we played the Steelers and we trounced them. Then the next week we went and played, the Bills came and played us, and that's when we beat them in that magnificent overtime game. And then we proceeded to lose the next week at home to the Bengals.
Okay.
Anyway, so this is his second wild card game.
Do you know what playoff game this is for him?
6.
Not sure about that. I just know that this
Playoff
is.
game.
I thought you said earlier he was
15.
Oh, okay.
What was the stat you gave?
I don't know. I thought he was 5-0 in. Oh, maybe it's 5-0 in his first round games because he didn't always play in the
okay.
wild card. Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, this is his own. Like I said, this is only the second time that the Chiefs, since he's been starter, have been in the wild card
Well,
round.
I can argue with you. I know
and-
you know.
Joe knows too. He probably just wasn't feeling good and didn't remember. So, and I was busy
Joe?
at the time, or I'd have called in right
yeah,
then.
no, Joe doesn't know a lot of things. It's okay. Listen,
So I
Rebecca,
just-
thank you for the clarification on that.
You're welcome. And Charles Minihue is the player that's going to give away subscriptions to Peacock, and it's 90, not 300, but he's doing it on X. He'll announce
Twitter.
the winners Friday, and
Twitter.
he won. What I still call it Twitter. But
Thank you.
everybody
Then
else
do.
calls
Please
it
don't
X.
call it X. We're not doing that.
But okay, Twitter.
Here's the thing. When you go, it's
He's given-
twitter.com. It's not x.com. It's twitter.com.
I
So,
know, right?
yeah, here's my
Right?
thing. You know
For
what?
Twitter.
Listen, Elon's got some kind of little story or some kind of little game that he's playing here, and he'll come back around, and then he'll be like, oh, surprise, it's Twitter. I don't know.
A little
It's
bit off
Twitter.
topic. Have you noticed that
But
the
he-
bots are much worse
but
now?
No.
He's giving away he's announcing the winners Friday, and he wants the Chiefs fans who don't have Peacock, and he wants them to get on Twitter and respond to his tweet as to why he should choose them for the free 3-month subscription.
Seems like he'd have a full plate. Hopefully there's somebody that's culling those for him because he's obviously got more important things to do than go through Twitter responses, I would think. But good for
He
him.
does. I'm sure he's got someone, but he was a good get. He was a good get for us.
No,
but
no.
anyway,
No.
yes, he was. Yes, he was.
I'm talking to Christian back
He
there.
was.
Mr. Crunchy McCrunch a lot back there. Anyway.
I thought the mic was off my
Well,
bad.
y'all
That's
have
okay.
a good day. I'm enjoying the show. Love y'all. Bye.
Thanks, Rebecca. Today, I want to congratulate all of you out there who fall into this. It's National Peculiar People Day. When I mention sports and peculiar people, who's the first person that comes
Harbaugh.
to mind?
Oh.
100%.
That's a good one.
Who else?
Rodgers.
Aaron
Yeah,
Rodgers.
that's a good
That was
one.
the second one that came to mind. Okay. Give me an
It's
NBA guy.
topical.
Who's a peculiar guy in the NBA? You know who's peculiar in the NBA? A lot of the big guys become peculiar as their careers go on. Like, I don't know if Adam Morrison was a peculiar cat before he got to the pros, but he certainly was
think he
peculiar
was.
by the end of it.
I think he was always peculiar.
Like, a lot of them, they grow their hair out, they get beards. I think they just, I don't know, maybe it's an oxygen thing. It just doesn't go the same
Yeah,
up
like
there.
Dirk had the long hair eventually.
But Dirk was never peculiar to me. He always seemed pretty solid. I just see some guys that, some big
Rodman
guys.
was, of course, very peculiar.
What about
peculiar?
the dude?
Peculiar is a hard word
Golden
to say.
State. Is he
Draymond?
Yes.
Is he-
No.
He's just
violent.
an a-hole.
He's violent
just
and
an
angry.
a-hole. Jeremy Sohan is very. He does the Rodman thing with the different colored hair and everything. So
Oh, you know a great peculiar guy from baseball lore?
The pitcher?
Yes. Turk Wendell.
Oh, no.
I was thinking of the Bird in Detroit.
Mark
Fidrich?
Yeah. And also the dude Kenny Powers is based on.
You know who's peculiar is Rodman. Rodman was a peculiar cat.
I said that.
Did you?
Yeah.
I missed that one.
That's when I brought up Draymond.
Turk Wendell, I think is how you pronounced it. He was the guy that had all the weird oddities, and like he would brush his teeth between innings. He would jump over the lines. He would not ever. And a lot of guys don't step on the lines, but like he would leap over them, like do a little plie, or whatever the dancers call it. He also had some weird thing with like licorice. I think he chewed licorice when he was playing. Then he brushed his teeth between innings. Something
That's weird.
Yeah, he's got a bunch of weird things about him.
I think Rodman may be the most odd athlete we've seen.
Mm-hmm. He's pretty peculiar for sure. Anyway, yeah, Harbaugh was the first guy that came to mind for sure. Hey, listen, Mike McDaniel's a peculiar cat.
Yeah,
from the Dolphins. At least the sound bites are. What else?
Where'd that come from?
It's National Peculiar People Day. Yeah, I don't make the days up, Wes. I just tell you what they are.
From the 501 on the Southern Structural Solutions text line, Jokic is peculiar because he looks at basketball as work.
I don't know. He's passionate about his job.
Jokic is a unique dude. He's a little peculiar because he loves horse racing.
We see all Europeans as being unique in a lot of ways. Nearly.
Yeah, culturally there are some different.
They're
But
different.
Jokic is, he's not particularly unique, I guess,
no,
or
he's
weird.
Not. He's not
peculiar.
like a super interesting guy.
I wouldn't call him peculiar. I'd call him like he's kind of he is sort of a
he's
he's
an
a
everyday guy.
superstar everyman. Yeah, that's right.
Just Chuck says Ron Artest. 501 says world peace.
Yeah.
JJ says Kyrie.
He's odd.
Flatlander. Flat earther.
I want to see Aaron Rodgers and Kyrie Irving just get in a room and talk to each other.
Oh, dude, that'd be fun. I'd pay money for that.
You'd probably lose brain cells doing it, but
Kevin says on the live fan feedback through our Listen Live button brought to you by the Gangster Museum of America, please stop playing all these sound bites and clips, especially Mike McDaniel. You obsess and play more clips than any radio host in history. It's boring radio. Mike McDaniel's clips are pretty bad, but Kevin, here's the deal. I don't know how many shows you've hosted, but I think the sound bites are actually pretty intriguing. The stuff we play from Muss is pretty good. I thought the clip from Alabama's basketball coach, Nate Oates, today was really good. So we'll have to agree to disagree, but if you want to bring me your resume and tell me why you know everything about radio, that's cool. I just think it's good to break up the monotony of our voices.
McDaniel was...
Yeah, that was terrible. You win some, you lose some.
not all
You know,
soundbouts are created equal.
like the turnaround jumper from the Iowa State kid that helped them beat Houston was not bad, but the clip at the end of the Nebraska-Purdue game was awful. I should probably listen to them a little more closely beforehand. Christian, I want you to feel free to veto any of the clips that I send you. I want you to go, no, that one sucked. We're not doing that. Feel free. Go ahead. It's your
And normally,
prerogative.
TV broadcast clips aren't nearly as good as radio.
Right.
Unless Kevin Harlan's doing
Do they
it
make those available to us? Radio clips from the university?
Not usually.
No.
I mean, you could probably do a deep dive and find them, but who's got time for that? We're busy in the morning. Joe says, what is Joe Klein's opinion on trash talk lately? Seems like we see more trash talk. The opposing coach and bench like Auburn did Saturday. Then I watched Duke play last night, and obviously there's some talking in every game, but that team doesn't do disrespectful stuff like yelling at the opposing coach. Some people love the competitiveness, but isn't there a line?
Yeah, there is. And there was a great story. I didn't tell it on the air yesterday. I told you the Spanish player for Auburn. I watched him play last night.
Bob Smith.
Yeah. He got a technical against the Razorbacks for yelling at the bench, talking trash to the bench. He told the reporters at Auburn yesterday, he said, I was talking to the bench in Spanish. I went over to the referee and spoke Spanish to the referee to see if he spoke Spanish and knew Spanish. He did not. He's like, so how did I get a technical foul if he doesn't know what I was saying to the bench? What if I was telling the bench, something really positive? Like, you guys hang in there. Keep playing hard.
Yeah.
And he got a technical for it. He said, something doesn't add up right there.
I don't like guys talking smack to the other team at all. One-on-one's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. Give it to each other. That's cool. But, like, yelling at a bench after you made a shot or did something is lame to me. I certainly don't think you should be talking to the other coach. Although I will say there was a memorable moment back in the day, you guys remember, with Eric Ferguson and John Brady, two guys who I really enjoy. I certainly love Coach Brady. I don't know Eric Ferguson nearly as well. I've spent time with Coach Brady, but he dropped an F-bomb on him, and John was flabbergasted. But this was years ago, and they ended up becoming pretty friendly with each other down the road.
Good story.
But that was a bad moment. It was a wild moment. I was like, oh, my God, Ferguson just told them to blank off. Love it.
What about, you see these guys all the time right in front of the bench, getting an open shot, and the bench stands up there yelling. He knocks it down.
Yeah.
You have a problem with him saying something back to the bench after they just got through yelling while he's trying to take the shot. And not that I'm saying, I'm not faulting the bench. That's cool. That's part of it.
Yeah,
but
if you're back and forth a little bit.
A little back and forth.
Yeah, but just like, randomly, without any provocation, giving them a hard time or yelling at them after you make a shot or do something you're supposed to do in the flow of a game, yeah. No, especially to coach. To me, there's a line that needs to be drawn there.
A respect line.
Yeah, respect line.
Coaches should have your respect.
I don't like to talk trash after I do something good. I almost said the S word. I don't like to talk trash either after I do something good because I'm always a karma guy. Like, I'm like, you talk, you're asking for it back on you, something bad happening. I'm like, and I'm all for celebrating it and being happy about it and being excited about it. But I don't think you need to tell the guy about it or talk trash about it. It's stupid because he could do it right back to you, or next time you might airball,
Mm-hmm. But then they can talk back to you.
They can.
Yeah.
That's true.
Here's one on the Southern Structural Solutions text line. Mike Leach was.
Oh, man.
Peculiar.
One of the all-time great peculiars. Moises Alou used to urinate on his hand, says Kev. That's a good point.
Maybe he would have caught that ball if he'd...
To toughen the skin. Well, he should have peed on Bartman, and Bartman might have backed away. Brazil's about as odd as we've had, says this person. Is Brazil an odd
just
dude?
because he colors his hair? Is that the only reason?
Would you
he's
say
odd?
Graham's odd?
Yeah, it's like, is that
What's
the
with
only
Graham? What's with the gray with Graham? I'm cool with color hair.
He looks like 7 foot Cisco.
I was thinking, are you going for an old man look here? You try to look more mature? I mean, most people are trying to get the gray out of their hair.
Was that gray?
Looked gray to
I
me.
thought it was blonde.
Oh, I thought he was gray.
Is it right now?
We decided it was aqua blue Saturday.
Oh, I couldn't decide between gray and blue. Gray and blue can sometimes. I'm sure as hell not asking you, Mr. Colorblind.
I was asking others.
No, it looked kind
Was
of
it blonde
bluish
earlier?
gray to me.
At one point last year, I think it was blonde.
I
Maybe
think
it
that's
was
right.
this year.
Well, then
I
you
think it
got
was early this year.
like the Anthony Black tuft of red, kind of cute. I like that. His brother does the same thing. Have you seen that? Saw his brother do an interview. He has a little tuft of red thing in his hair too.
He's a baller.
Yeah, he's stud.
Only a freshman.
Yeah, he's a good player. Anyway, he looks like he's 9 though. It's hilarious.
Well, Anthony Black looked like he was 12.
That's true. Good point. He's balling. He's doing a good job.
Yeah, he's playing solid.
Nick Smith's playing well.
Yeah, he had a decent game the other night.
Yeah, and Walsh is still G League.
Yeah. I mean,
He's
the
had his
Celtics
moments.
are loaded, so.
Yeah, he had a pretty good flush the other night on a guy. He posted a dude the other day I saw. So
Ricky's been playing really well in the G League.
has he? Yeah,
Another
Ricky's
team-
got such a. I mean, he seemed like it was an obvious
The
NBA
only question
trans.
with him is shooting.
Yeah,
He got called up and played for the 76ers the other night.
Okay.
It was last Tuesday.
it's too bad he's not in Detroit's organization. He could be their starter.
We watched him
Or
at
it's
Sauce.
good for him he's not there.
And he got in late and had a basket.
Yeah, I saw that, actually. I did see that.
Yeah, his game seems to translate. He seemed like an NBA guy when he was here.
Do they have any NBA guys on the team this year besides Brazil?
Oh, I thought you were talking.
No.
I thought we were back to
Which
Detroit.
I said that before the season. I was like, it's Brazil, and I think that's it on this team.
Really?
Yeah.
Battle?
Have you seen him? Would you think he's going to be in
What
the game?
about
I've seen flashes.
What about Mark?
Not defending like he is.
Yeah.
He's actually not that bad at offense, though.
No, he's good. He
Better
get
than I expected.
He gets buckets.
He coming in, I think he was a below 40% guy from the field and a low 30s. But
Did you
say
say
he's played well this year?
Is it Mark over 40% from three? Because you went through the numbers. Brazil's
Yeah, it was-
third on the team at 40%.
Brazil was third. Battle was number one.
And then Mark, I thought, right?
May have been Mark, yeah. At 40%. Because it was 42, 41, and 40.
11:29 in the zone. We're going to take a break. Coach Kelley will be up in a little bit. We'll visit with him. We've got entertainment. We've got What the Hell later. And birthdays. And we're going to have time for all of it today. I'm sure of it. I have something else I was going to share with you. Oh, I got a pretty good clip from the NBA. The Raptors coach crying about foul calls.
Yeah.
And he's mad at the Lakers and the officials. And he's going to get fined 100%. But it was pretty hilarious. And I think I think the coach should be able to say something. As long as they don't make it personal. Like, you should be able to evaluate the guy's job. Like, he's like, oh, okay. And honestly, like, this is one where it's like, okay, there's something fishy there.
Coaches get criticized.
Right.
Why can't they turn around and criticize the officials?
Thank you. They're getting paid.
Yeah.
They're grown men and women.
Big O Tires right now has got a good special. They always have great specials at Big O Tires. If you don't know what the monthly special is, you can go to bigotires.com/deals. They have a great selection of tires, all the name brand tires. Plus, of course, they have the Big O Tire. Right now, Big O Tires has mechanics on hand ready to take care of your car. If there's something wrong with your vehicle, need something as simple as an oil change, go by Big O Tires, Cabot and Conway. And right now, take advantage of the $100 instant savings on all Big O brands of tires. They got the best warranty in the industry, 3-year replacement on road hazard conditions, plus free flat tire repair. In Cabot, they're on Prospect Court right in front of Kroger. In Conway, they're on Harkrider. Go by and see our friends at Big O Tires, the team we trust.
It's the Oaklawn Big Buzz Chili Cook-Off, Saturday, January 27th at the 34th Annual Reliance Bank Arkansas Big Buck Classic. Register your team at 1037thebuzz.com. First place wins $1,000 and proceeds benefit Shriners Hospitals for Children.
This is SportsCenter.
In SEC college basketball yesterday, 6th-ranked Kentucky beat Missouri 90-77 behind freshman Rob Dillingham's 23 points in just 19 minutes. Alabama thumped South Carolina, beating them 74-47. They're led by Mark Sears, who dropped 31 points. LSU beat Vanderbilt 77-69 in part because of Jalen Cook's 28 points. And 16th-ranked Auburn beat Texas A&M 66-55 behind Jalen Williams' 22 points and 8 rebounds. Nationally, Nebraska knocked off number 1 Purdue, beating them 88-72. They were led by Keisei Tominaga, who had 19 points. Second-ranked Houston was also upset and handed their first loss of the season as they fell to Iowa State 57-53 as freshman Milan Momcilovic hit a big shot in the final 30 seconds. Tonight, Arkansas will attempt to bounce back when they face Georgia at 8 on ESPNU. Coverage can be heard on The Buzz. Stay tuned after the game for the Gwatney Automotive post-game show. I'm Christian Weaver with The Buzz Radio Network. Pickleball, one of the fastest growing games across the country. The Little Rock Athletic Club is opening a new state-of-the-art indoor pickleball facility next month. Play pickleball indoors and be free from the heat, cold, wind, sun, rain, and insects. Pickleball at the Little Rock Athletic Club has observation and lounge areas, flat screens, and it's a family-friendly facility. Join the Little Rock Athletic Club today and save 30% off joining fees with no monthly contracts. LRAC.com for more information. That's LRAC.com.
At Eat My Catfish, fall is our favorite time of the year, and football season isn't the only thing making a comeback. Available now, our famous shrimp gumbo and Cajun boudin balls make their return to the menu. Order online at eatmycatfish.com. Eat local, eat fresh, Eat My Catfish.
If you are looking for a safe and loving home for you or your loved one, visit Heartland Rehabilitation and Care Center. Just 15 minutes from Little Rock and Benton, our skilled nursing staff is dedicated to providing quality long-term care and short-term therapy. Visit heartlandrehabcenter.com. You can call Heartland home.
You've heard it here on The Buzz several times. Gary Hill, MSS Oil. There hasn't been an oil man specialist like this since Who Shot JR. Well, we figured out who shot JR, and he wasn't even shot. He was caught at Splash Car Wash getting an oil change, full detail, and wash. All the Ewings were there. JR, Sue Ellen, Bobby, Pam, Miss Ellie. Get your oil changed the next time you're at Splash and let them know JR, I mean Gary Hill, sent you. Call Gary Hill, MSS Oil at 501-200-7089.
Do you need rainwater Holton Sexton? Anywhere in the state, dial 888-8888. It really is just that easy. If you've been injured and need help, it doesn't matter where in Arkansas you are. Just dial 888-8888. We'll come to you. I'm Mike Rainwater of Rainwater Holton Sexton. We have been thankfully serving Arkansans for years, and we appreciate the trust you've put in us. We work hard for you, Arkansas, each and every day. Anywhere in the state, dial 8.
Don't have time to call? Message us on the Gangster Museum of America and Hattery Live fan feedback, or text us on the Southern Structural Solutions text line at 501-661-1037. Now, let's get into the zone.
There was a girl I knew. She said she cared about me. She tried to make my world the way she thought it should be.
It's 11:34. You're in the zone. Thanks for being with us. Any Southern Structural Solutions text lines, offerings you want to send in, 501-661-1037. Westmore will be happy to monitor those for you. I will look at anything you send on the live fan feedback, courtesy of the Gangster Museum of America down in Hot Springs. And you can call us at 501-661-1037. I want to open phones because maybe our phones are fixed. Gary, the genius engineer, and our friends at AT&T may have gotten together with a final fix. But I don't want to
jinx it.
Well,
it's looking very positive. We've had 3 calls. David and Cersei.
And his
probably
is always
went
dropping.
a good minute.
Yep.
And Rebecca probably went on for like 12 minutes.
Felt like it.
And it never dropped.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Kev had mentioned before,
Just kidding, Rebecca.
Before Rebecca's call, that maybe Gary should be the engineer of the year, the EOY,
Yeah.
after fixing this.
100%.
I think he's got second thoughts now after that call.
Next up on Gary's wish list, of course, is to get our new transmitter up. For those who've been listening around the state, outside of the metro, our signal has sucked because we have a transmitter that's older than dirt. And we are getting a new one. It's been ordered at a pretty hefty price tag, so kudos to the CEO, and appreciate her signing off on that. Otherwise, we'd be on low power for the rest of our lives. But it's going to be a few weeks, about a month plus, maybe 4 or 5 weeks before we get that sucker up. So bear with us, but we're going to have a brand spanking new transmitter. And the good news for me is, and I told her the other day, here's the great news. This will be the last transmitter you ever buy because you'll be retired by the time it needs to be replaced, and so will I.
How long do those things last?
I don't know, but we're riding on fumes with this sucker. I think it went 30 years.
Oh, my.
Yeah. So, which I don't know how a transmitter wears out. I don't even know how a transmitter works, but it does. And it's the one transmitting.
Power coming in and a lot of power going out.
Mm-hmm. Not much now. Brett McMurphy just tweeted out, Michigan, Washington, national game averages 25.05 million viewers. Second biggest audience of the season behind
Michigan, Ohio State.
Michigan, Alabama, rather. Excuse me.
Oh, the semifinal game.
Yeah, the Rose Bowl. So that bodes well, I will say. More relevant games. It bodes well for the playoff being expanded to 12 teams. I'm telling you, that weekend, the second weekend of the playoff, when you've got the 4 resting teams going up against the 4 winners of the first week, is going to be dumb.
It's like this week in the NFL's great.
Yes.
I mean, I love it. I love Wild Card Weekend, but next weekend is the best.
And the old days when you had two teams that had buys, that second weekend was always magical. And then I love AFC NFC Championship game weekend. I like it better than the Super Bowl. I'll say it again and again. I'll say it before the season's over again.
Well, 2 good games is always better than 1 good game.
You get 2 great games, plus you don't have a bunch of people who don't care about football and they're talking about the commercials. You know, everybody's focused on the food because people don't typically cook up like they do for like the Super Bowl, you know. So I love the championship weekend more so than the actual Super Bowl.
Well, that's why I like the divisional round better, because it's 4 games instead of just 2.
Well, this week, I like this week the best.
I like regular season the
I
best.
liked week 18 the most. That was awesome, actually.
That was.
I can't remember a season finale, like a final week of games, where there were more relevant outcomes. Can you?
Not off the top of my head.
I would like to see that, like where there were more divisional races impacted. You had 3 divisional races up for grabs. 4, potentially. If the Cowboys lost and the Eagles won, right? Or no? Would it have mattered?
If the Cowboys lost and the Eagles would have won, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The AFC East got settled.
Yep.
AFC South got settled.
Yep.
And the
NFC
NFC South got settled.
Yep.
So it was huge.
No doubt.
That's awesome. You got to love that.
I love this weekend. I think so many of these games are intriguing.
Yeah.
You can flip a coin. You look at the first game of Saturday afternoon, Browns-Texans. Who's going to win that for sure?
For sure?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No idea.
It's a 2.5 point spread now. It's gone down. It was Cleveland by 3.
You want a little
Chiefs,
tidbit on that one? Let me give you a tidbit on that one.
Give me a tidbit.
Cleveland has the number 1 defense in the league, but they're like 17th in scoring defense.
Their pass defense is really good. That's what the Texans like to do.
They're only giving up like 270 yards a game, which is crazy to me. But, yeah, they're back in the pack. You know who's got the number 2 defense? Scoring defense?
49ers?
They in the playoffs?
No, the Ravens are number 1.
Okay.
Yeah, they're in the playoffs. That's the thing. I was looking at that too. I have the numbers. I think I printed them off. Like all of the top 8, 9 scoring defenses are in the playoffs, and 10 of the top 12 or something crazy
Buccaneers?
like that. Nope. AFC.
Bills.
Steelers.
Nope.
Dolphins.
Nope.
The only other team left, which I forgot.
The Chiefs have the number 2 scoring. You don't think defense
No.
first with the Chiefs.
No, I
but
do.
they have the number 2 scoring defense.
That's why I took the under in the Dolphins-Chiefs game. It's
Well,
44.
It's going to be 0 degrees.
And the Chiefs at home, I saw this stat. I think Brian Edwards tweeted out their last 5 games at home. The Chiefs over/under's gone under. It's 1-4, I believe. So they've been playing a lot of games under. Still in the weather, the conditions, and the Dolphins have a better. Same thing with the Dolphins. You think of their offense, their defense has been really good. Now they are banged up, losing a lot of starters, but I think because of the Chiefs' dropsies, I think it's a low-scoring game.
This is not going to blow your mind, but I just want to pass this along. Baltimore is number 1 in scoring defense. Kansas City 2, San Francisco 3, Buffalo 4, Dallas 5, Pittsburgh 6, Tampa Bay 7. Any ties that bind there? Then you got Las Vegas, and then Green Bay. So Las Vegas is the outlier.
Yep.
Then Houston. Then the Jets, then Cleveland. Pretty impressive. I mean, defense wins championship. Scoring defense sure as hell gets you to the playoffs, that's for sure.
Well, Eagles weren't on that list. Lions weren't on that list because their offense is so good. For the Eagles, it was. They've been struggling.
Boy, you know what? I was looking at the numbers, too. The last 6 games of the season, Hurts has 5 touchdown passes and 5 interceptions.
Wow.
Buddy, they're struggling. Top overall defenses. See, here's where it gets weird. This just goes to show you, total defense don't mean squat. Cleveland's number 1, Kansas City 2, Jets 3, Carolina 4. New England's in the top 10, so it just goes to show you. Scoring defense, that's where it's at. Points matter. Yards, not as much.
Well, there's probably, the Panthers are turning it over so much that they have to go short field.
And their offense is so bad.
How dare you guys?
But it's remarkable that their defense is that good with a bad offense because the defense is on the field so much.
Why you got to kick a cat while it's down?
I'm giving the defense credit. Surprising that they're that good as much as they're playing.
It's the same with the Pats. They turned it over a lot. Their
That's a good
offense
point.
is terrible.
Well, you know what? Here's the other piece. Cleveland led the league in turnovers.
Really?
It's the first time in 20 years that the team that led the league in turnovers made the playoffs.
Well, they're on their 5th quarterback.
Yeah, and he likes to throw it to the other team, too. Yeah. The good news for him is when he throws it to his guys, good things happen. It's pretty remarkable. I just remarked about it.
Also, a lot of dome games this weekend. Texans, dome team. Of course, the Chiefs are going to be outside, and the Bills are going to be outside. And it's going to be warmer in Buffalo, but still like 20s instead of zeros in Kansas City. Cowboys dome, Lions dome, Tampa Bay. The weather's supposed to be in the 70s.
Of course,
Monday night. Oh, nice. Yeah. Don't forget, you get a Monday night game this week.
That's right. This is on the live fan feedback. Jason says Bill Walton's pretty peculiar. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Jimmy says you don't want it to be X.com. That'll take you a place you don't want to be. Or you do want to be. But it's Twitter around here, and I appreciate the fact that most of the people here have held on like grim death to the word Twitter.
I'll never let it go, even if they change his domain.
I still don't know what the reasoning was. And yes, to your point about bots, I don't know if that's accurate or not, but I will tell you this. A lot of scantily clad women are following me now on Twitter. I just assumed that was because I'm so intriguing.
No, I like
Are you suggesting those are not real women?
Yeah, those
Here's the thing. Are those AI-generated photos?
I don't know. I haven't looked at the photos.
Sure.
I've just
Me
looked
either.
at
I'm just asking. No, but I mean, honestly, like when these Skankosaurus things end up following you.
They're probably taking somebody's real photo and using it.
I would guess that.
But where are these people from?
Eastern Europeans.
And how much did they pay? For like
$1.
Put on a bra and panties, I'm going to give you a couple $100, and I'm going to use your profile. And what's the upside? Why am I following them? Or why are they following me? What's the point?
I really don't know.
I don't get that.
I don't get it, but it's
Somebody
been
help me
happening
understand.
a lot to me. So I'll go to their account, and it's like, oh, they're following 3,000 people, and they have 2 followers.
And who are the 2?
Yeah.
You should reach out to
Here's
them.
some
Let them know they're idiots.
Well, I think they're wanting you to click on their link and then click on the link
And
in
then-
their link.
and then give you some kind of virus on your computer?
No, to watch them.
Steal your bank account information?
No.
I don't
it's-
think they're real people. They're not trying to. I don't know. I don't think
it's
they're real people.
an opportunity. They're trying to get you to
Entice you
look
to
at some
go on their
videos.
OnlyFans?
I want to
Yes.
throw some people under the bus here, but I'm like, what if it turns out to be a real person? I'm going to feel really bad.
No, I think they're fake.
Yeah, these are fake.
Should I feel bad? I'm looking at my followers and they're not following me.
I have one that I think is fake, but here's the thing. This one's fake, I think. She's following 1,000 people. I don't know where she's from. She has 187 followers, but she's followed by Hunter Yurachek.
Oh.
It's weird. But some people just follow back everybody who follows them without really paying
I'm about
attention.
to follow Hunter and see if he follows me back.
Okay.
I don't think I'm going to be lucky.
Dye your hair blonde and put on a...
Hunter's
Put
only
on a-
following 80 people.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm pretty sure I follow Hunter, and I don't think he follows me.
Okay, well, check and see if he's following some woman named Teresa.
Is it the right Hunter Yurachek?
Oh, that could be. I didn't think about that. Let me look here. I'll click through it. This is fun. We used to do this when this first became a thing. Let's see.
Teresa is her name?
Yeah. He has 97,000 followers. Yeah, it's the real one.
Oops.
Maybe she's a real person. I don't know why she's following me. I can't see any connection to Arkansas on her timeline.
What's her does the bio have a link for you to go and check out?
TeresaGetsNaked.com. No.
No?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, maybe she's not one of those.
No, she
Yeah.
might be a real person, but
Yeah.
I don't see anything that connects her to Arkansas.
Her tweets are a little sus.
Could be
too.
his niece.
It could be. It could be a relative. She likes Sean Hannity, so there's that. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, her tweets are a little sus. This is weird.
Yeah, it's a weird deal. Okay, well, anyway, Christian, I'll put you on the case. You know who'd be good on this is Pat. He used to call him he's like Inspector Gadget. Pat would get to the bottom of things like that. But that was legit. All right. Yeah, sorry there, Ethan. I know it's probably not the best radio. I'm going through our Twitter timelines. I mostly just wanted to establish the fact that, we call it Twitter, not X. Also, somebody just suggested Marshawn Lynch as a peculiar person in sports. He is a unique individual.
Yes.
And he's only here so he doesn't get fined, right?
Kickers. Ethan
Yeah.
says kickers.
All of them?
All of them.
A lot of them. Quentin Portis was odd. He'd dress up as like characters.
Didn't he poop in his girlfriend's closet because he was mad at her?
Quentin Portis?
Wasn't that him? Look it up.
That's my favorite running back growing up.
The Miami Hurricane guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he played for the Redskins,
Broncos.
right?
He did.
And then, yeah.
It was the Redskins then. Don't
Yeah.
start with me.
Hey, I'm just here so I don't get fined, so y'all can sit here and ask me all the questions y'all want to. I'm going to answer with the same answer, so y'all can shoot if y'all please. I'm here so I won't get fined. 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 I'm just here so I won't get fined. Hey, I'm here so I won't get fined. Hey, I'm here so I won't get fined. I'm here.
What's up, man?
Coolin', what's happening?
You can't say that on
No,
TV,
come
bro.
on. They
You can't
said
say
I
that.
couldn't, but y'all the ones told me to
Dog,
come over here.
You can't
Y'all
curse.
knew what
you gotta
time
stop.
it was before I came over here.
I know, and I love you for that. But look, though.
What's good, baby?
Talk about being back in Oakland, man. What's up with
what
it?
have you been doing with yourself? Right now. I ain't been doing nothing.
I know, but how do you feel about being back in the city running this football? Look, hey, no. Right
No,
here,
listen,
man,
let's
right
talk.
here. Look, and I just told you, I don't run on the huddle and mess up your huddle and mess
You
up
mean
with your
run
job on the field and mess up
run
your
in the
job.
huddle. Right, you don't.
So I'm trying to ask you a question. The
Right.
people want to know.
But this is different.
What's it
I ain't
different?
come over here for nothing. I came over here to holler at my dog and his partner.
I love you, man.
What's up?
That's my guy right
How's
here.
it feel to be back on the team?
That's cool. You gonna do the normal thing, right? And ask questions about all the.
No, we can talk about your soul food restaurant that you bought.
See, look.
Why
all-
you ain't telling me you got the
She
soul
all dipping in my business, though.
Oh, that's my job.
That ain't even the business yet. See,
No?
look, you
Too
jumping
early?
on- you
Jumping
like-
Yeah, you gun?
breaking news.
Bit like a big mouth bass,
No,
baby.
listen.
Protect that football, right, Marshawn? That's the key.
Protect that ball. Protect it. Oh, what the? I mean,
I don't think. Pate, I don't think they had a play. I don't think there was a play and the center just snapped it. No one else knew what the play was.
Marshawn.
Najee Davenport was the one that pooped in a hamper.
Thank you. That's why we look for clarification. Very good. All right, it is 11:49. We're back in a second. Our friends from Sonic here? Oh, buddy. Now, I did eat a little something today because I was like, okay, you know what? I don't want to be biased towards this peanut butter burger because I'm starving. So I ate a little bit beforehand, but I'm looking forward to it. Our friends from Sonic are here. We're going to do a little peanut butter, bacon, cheeseburger, and a little bacon peanut butter shake. I'm down for both.
Protein.
More bacon, more bacon. Has anybody ever said, like, and yeah, there's protein in your peanut butter too, right?
Yeah.
It's good for you, man. You're going to like this, I think. You, sir, probably not so much.
Yeah, I'll definitely try the shake.
You got to try the burger.
You got to try the burger.
Give a bite.
Well, I don't like onions.
Take them off.
I don't like cheese on my burger.
Take it off.
You don't eat cheese at all?
I don't like cheese on my burger.
Where do you eat it?
Pizza.
Tacos?
No.
Peculiar.
God. No doubt. You're on the list.
Arkansas, the wait is over. Brewski's North is officially open for business in the Lakewood Village Shopping Center. Doors open at 11 a.m. with all of your pub grub favorites and happy hour drink specials. Come get your grub on with the all-new Smash Burger lineup, best wings in the city with 11 different sauces, or try the new additions to the menu like the spicy Asian chicken salad. Live music starts the weekend every Thursday with karaoke every Friday and Saturday. Brewski's North, you home for lunch, happy hour, and late night.
Willie D's Rock and Roll Piano Bar open every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Cold drinks and dueling pianos. Deep Nightclub downstairs hosts karaoke on Tuesdays and DJs spin on Friday and Saturday nights. Visit WillieD'sPianoBar.com.
Today is the day. After countless hours of research, cutting back expenses, and 9 months of anxiously waiting for her, today is the day you finally bring home your new car. It's also the day to protect her with an auto policy from Shelter Insurance. Our policies are competitively priced and include new car replacement coverage if anything were to happen to your new baby.
See Dan Cook in North Little Rock, Steve Fisher in Stuttgart, or Jay Vandover in Little Rock.
Well, we wrapped up 2023. Now you got to start making those goals for 2024. How about starting with ending your joint pain? Hey, everybody, it's RJ Hawk. Don't go another year compromising because of that joint pain in your knees, your back, or your shoulders, or maybe from an old injury. You need to call QC Kinetics now. They are the nation's leader in regenerative non-surgical pain relief. And you heard me right, non-surgical. They don't do drugs, they don't do surgery, and the best part, there's no downtime. Your body has exactly what you need to restore and repair that damaged joint tissue. The future of pain medicine has arrived, and QC Kinetics has thousands of Central Arkansas patients that are loving getting their life back. This is not a Band-Aid. This is a revolutionary treatment that can get you moving again, get your life back, and listen, there's no surgery involved. Call QC Kinetics today for a free consultation. 501-222-8440. 501-222-8440. That's 501-222-8440.
At MNB, our reputation speaks for itself. We won't just tell you that we're the best. We'll prove it with our products, services, and commitment to the communities we serve. Technology is constantly changing, and there are more options than ever right at your fingertips. We'll always offer you the latest in technology, and we'll serve it up with great customer service. So when you bank with us, you know you're covered. You keep moving forward. At MNB, we've got your back. Check us out at mnbbank.com.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Court TV's Chanley Painter checks in with Morning Mayhem courtesy of the Gangster Museum of America and the Hattery of Hot Springs. The former Miss Arkansas will fill us in on the latest high-profile cases. Don't miss Chanley Painter with Morning Mayhem on 103.7 The Buzz.
Welcome back to The Zone. Did we say something stupid or wrong?
It is Stevie Wonder's birthday.
The Jamie Foxx movie was awesome.
The Jamie Foxx movie.
That was Ray Charles.
Let us know by hitting us up through live fan feedback or on the text line. Now, back to the mostly correct Zone.
Here's a world within itself, with a language we all understand. With an equal opportunity for all to sing, dance, and clap their hands. Well, just because the record has a groove, don't make it in the groove. But you can tell right away it's Dr. A when the people start to move.
All right, it's 11:54. We're going to take a quick break from sports for a moment. We talked about this the other day. It was actually our question of the day. What would you be more open to trying? A peanut butter shake with bacon in it or a burger with peanut butter on it? And I told the guys that I grew up, and there's a place in Iowa that I used to go to that was famous for their peanut butter burgers. And so, yes, it's a little bit odd, but it's good. And I know it sounds strange, but I'm telling you, when you try it, you'll get a pretty good feel for it. AY is here. Izagiri.
Alfredo Izagiri, yes, sir.
Alfredo Izagiri from Sonic. You got to go back on with the morning, guys. I want to hear David try to attempt your name, and he'll do it 100 times.
I think he's going to get a little stuck like he does sometimes.
It's really not that. It's actually pronounced like it looks.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, so I want to ask you about how this came about, and then also what the initial reaction has been. And we just tried the peanut butter shake with the bacon. It's lovely.
Yeah.
It's very peanut buttery with a little touch of bacon. What's wrong with that? Nothing.
You know, when you do a little caramel in your sweet,
Yes,
that
sir.
caramel taste, a little sweet and salty kind of thing.
Sure.
That's all this is with the bacon.
Yeah.
You know, it's very Americana. I think every American loves bacon and just about everything. And the fine folks at the Sonic Kitchen decided to bring this back. A couple years ago, it was on our menu, the peanut butter bacon shake, and they just brought it back because I think the overwhelming demand was there for everybody. So yeah, I'm glad you guys really like it.
Okay, I'm going to try this burger. So, peanut butter burger has what on it?
Well, it's got some grilled onions on it, peanut butter, some bacon, one of our quarter-pound beef patties, and a good old slice of American cheese.
Look at that melted peanut butter. I mean, that's just a beautiful thing right there.
Tell me what you think. Most people are overwhelmingly surprised
So
at how
good.
delicious it is.
It's so good.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
The peanut butter's not overpowering.
No.
I mean, it's still a cheeseburger to me.
Yes, sir.
And
It's
there's
creamy.
a hint of creamy peanut butter.
I like it. The texture of it's so nice.
Absolutely. And if you're on a fit kick, you're going to get a lot of protein on that burger. So it's good for you, too.
It's so good.
Absolutely. I'm glad you guys like it. Yeah. And thanks for letting me come by and give you guys some lunch today. We brought an assortment of goodies for you. We brought our good old-fashioned tater tots. We brought a different variety of burgers for you. We got a burger that has chili, cheese, and the patty. So if you're trying a little something different, especially when it's cold, chili goes good on just about everything.
That is true, especially this time of year.
Yes, sir. So we put it on a burger for you. And just to let you guys know and the listening public know, you can put jalapenos on a burger. You can put chili on a burger. You can put peanut butter on a burger. Whatever you can think of, we're going to put it on the burger for you.
Well, the foot-long chili cheese conies are great at Sonic, so why not put a little chili on those cheeseburgers that are so great at Sonic?
Absolutely.
It just makes sense.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And if you're in the mood to put some Fritos on a foot-long chili cheese coney, we'll do that for you, too.
Not afraid.
Yeah.
So good. You guys sell just chili, like separate?
We will sell it to you like that, yes.
Yeah. I didn't know how popular that was because usually when I go, I get it on something too.
Yes, and our chili has no beans. So for the listening public, if you put beans in your chili, that's not chili.
Well, some people would argue if you don't have beans in your chili, it's not chili. But I'm anti-bean too. I'm with you. I'll throw a little bit in there now and again, but I'm very much without. It's way less filling, and especially if you're going to put your chili on a burger,
yes, sir,
or a hot dog, you definitely don't need beans in there floating around.
Correct.
Listen, thank you for bringing us lunch. Go by and see your friends at Sonic. You guys have how many locations around the state?
Around the state, our group has about 30.
Okay.
I know different franchisees. Total, we're probably looking at over 100 locations across the great state of Arkansas.
I would think so. Alfredo, thank you for coming up. Appreciate it.
Woo pig.
Woo pig, I like that. Well, these, I'm telling you, the peanut butter burgers are clown. And you know me, if I didn't love them, I would tell you so. But these are really, really good. I love the texture. So good. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm going to finish up in the break. We'll be back. Hour 3 coming up.
Pickleball, one of the fastest growing games across the country. The Wooded Rock Athletic Club is opening a new state-of-the-art indoor pickleball facility next month. Play pickleball indoors and be free from the heat, cold, wind, sun, rain, and insects. Pickleball at the Wooded Rock Athletic Club has observation and lounge areas, flat screens, and it's a family-friendly facility. Join the Wooded Rock Athletic Club today and save 30% off joining fees with no monthly contracts. LRAC.com for more information. That's LRAC.com.
Hey Razorback fans, it's Quinn Grovey. Check out the new location of Bell & Sword in Conway. Suits, shirts, vests, also polos with Arkansas logo gear from Johnny O and Peter Millar. A store within a store with Arkansas-made Martin Dingman shoes and leather goods. Fantastic service with a tailor on staff to fit you perfectly. Go to the new location, Bellins Ford, 1011 Oak Street, Conway, or on Facebook and Instagram.
Fence Brokers presents Razorback Graffiti every Monday morning. Call Morning Mayhem and let them know how you feel about how they did. One sentence and one sentence only.
Breaking news, information, big name guests, entertainment, and sports. It's all right here on 103.7 The Buzz, KABZ Little Rock.
Buzz News with Channel 7's Cassandra Webb.
Medical marijuana sales in Arkansas set new records last year, $283 million in sales, breaking the previous year's record of $276 million. In all, more than 62,000 pounds of medical marijuana were sold throughout last year. The highest sales months were November and December. Arkansas has 38 dispensaries. The two most popular were in Hot Springs and Sherwood. The Arkansas Department of Health says nearly 90,000 active patient cards have been issued. Starting Sunday, the Salvation Army will add additional overnight cots to its area command center so more people can get out of the cold. It'll also open its dining room as a warming center between 7:30 a.m. and 4 p.m. from Monday until Wednesday. The Salvation Army's command center is in downtown Little Rock, just off West Markham Street. For more news and weather, download our free KATV News and Weather apps. From the Channel 7 Newsroom, I'm Cassandra Webb.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with Channel 7's Melinda Mayo.
A little better weather today. Sunshine returns, a little warmer too with a high around 52. Not as windy, but still a little breezy. And tonight's low drops down to 32. Even warmer Thursday up to 59 tomorrow. From the Channel 7 Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Melinda Mayo.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please, turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
Is your Oaklawn Thoroughbred racing action so close you can feel it? Or is it the view from your trackside luxury suite? However you like it, racing season is off and running at Oaklawn with live races every weekend through May 4th. It's fun by the furlong all season long. Make your reservations today at oaklawn.com. What's your Oaklawn? Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
Thank you, Buzz listeners, for a great 2023. We had a great year because of the support from our loyal Buzz fan base. We could not have done it without you. Chrysler's extended their incentives, and so we're going to keep passing on the savings to you. You'll save up to $13,000 off new Rams this month. Regular cab, quad cab, two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive. We got the truck you're looking for, and it's on sale. We're taking 10% off every new Ram heavy-duty in stock, 2023 and 2024 models. And you'll save up to 15% off the all-new Jeep Grand Cherokee. Every new Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram is priced to move. We'll do whatever it takes to make you a deal. Save up to $13,000 off new Rams this month. We're taking 10% off every new Ram heavy duty in stock. And you'll save up to 15% off the all-new Jeep Grand Cherokee. At Fletcher Dodge, you always get the best price, the lowest finance rate, and more for your trade. We also promise you a hassle-free buying experience. Shop Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood before you buy anywhere else. Come see us in person at Fletcher Dodge on Warden Road in Sherwood, or shop online at FletcherDeals.com.
At Southern Floor Coating, coatings are all they do, and they won't be beat on price. Factory-trained installers using the purest form of polyurea with UV stability for all your outside projects. When you call, you'll talk with a professional interested in your project, not a voicemail. Don't trust a fly-by-night company that may not be in business next year. Transform your patio, porch, or pool deck and call the real pros at Southern Floor Coating. 501-402-4912 or take a look at southernfloorcoating.com.
Cards issued by Sutton Bank and Celtic Bank, members FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
Are you the decision maker in your company? Consider this. For the first time in decades, there's a better option for a corporate card and spend management platform. Meet Ramp, the only corporate card and spend management system designed to help you spend less money so you can make more. Most corporate credit cards offer points as incentives, but those points amount to less than their worth in real cash value. Ramp's corporate cards offer you cash back, real money in your pocket. Plus, you control who spends what with each vendor. And Ramp's software collects and verifies receipts automatically, which means you'll stop wasteful spending and close your books in hours instead of days. Businesses that use Ramp add up to 5% to their bottom line the first year. If you're a decision maker, adding Ramp could be one of the best decisions you've ever made. And now get $250 when you join Ramp. Just go to ramp.com/sports. Ramp.com/sports. RAMP.com/sports.
Heartland Rehabilitation and Care Center in Benton proudly offers compassionate and loving care to our veterans, meeting the unique needs of every veteran who calls Heartland home. Visit heartlandrehabcenter.com.
Pizza's here. Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
We're going abroad for the first time in years. To Spain. So we started using Babbel.
And started learning Spanish fast.
With Babbel, you can start having conversations in another language in just 3 weeks.
¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas?
When you learn a language, you want to actually use it. Babbel is designed with that goal in mind.
In just 3 weeks, we're starting to have conversations in Spanish. Gracias, Babbel.
Babbel, language for life. Start learning a new language today at Babbel.com. That's BABBEL.com.
Listen for Champs and Chumps Fridays during the Zone, brought to you by Rowdy Hog Pickleball, the only dedicated pickleball store in the state. Located in the outlets of Little Rock next to H&M, Rowdy Hog Pickleball, your one-stop shop to pickleball success.
You're in the zone, coming to you live from the Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort Studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only racing casino resort. Now, here's Justin Acree and Wes Moore on the Buzz Radio Network.
20% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name. He doesn't need his name up in lights, he just wants to be heard, whether it's the beat of the mic. He feels so unlike everybody else, alone, in spite of the fact that some people still think that they know him, but no, he knows the code. It's not about the salary, it's all about reality and making some noise, making a story, making sure his click stays up. That means when he puts it down, Todd's picking it up. Let's go. Who the hell is he anyway? He never really talks much, never concerned with status, but still even him starstruck. Humble through opportunities, given this right to fact that many misjudge him because he makes a living from writing raps. Put it together himself, now the picture connects. Never asking for someone's help or to get some respect. He's only focused on what he wrote. His will is beyond reach, and now it all unfolds. The skill of an artist. This is 20% skill, 80% fear, be 100% clear, cause Ryu was ill. Who would've thought he'd be the one that set the West in flames? And I heard him wreck it with the crystal method, name of the game. Came back, dropped Megadeth, took him to church. I like Bleach, man. Ryu had the stupidest verse, this dude is the truth. Now everybody giving them guest spots and stocks through the roof. I heard him with that stock. This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentration.
All right, welcome back in the zone. Kevin Kelley is here. Christian, where's he supposed to be? Tell him where he's supposed to be. Not where you are.
I think he said right where he is.
Right where he is? Where you were?
Oh,
over
where
there.
I was.
Yeah, we get the camera set up for you over there. Sorry. Wes had to step out. He's got a high level meeting.
Should we change the camera again, or are we good?
No, that's fine. Wes will just be. It'll be like normal. It'll just be like Wes, but he's not saying anything interesting, which is just like Wes. So it's fine. Nobody will even notice. I'm kidding, Wes. Turn your mic on. Well, no, you're on 3. Sorry.
Is it on?
Yes.
When you're gone, we say nothing but nice things.
I don't believe that. I actually have it get back to me all the time.
I say nothing but nice things.
You, I believe. You're not the kind of guy to kick someone when they're not around to defend themselves. Those guys, however, are. Coach, you got to adjust your camera. See your camera over there?
Is this it?
No. I was talking bad about you. I said I was just kidding, Wes, because I was saying terrible things about you. You should be used to it. That's perfect, Coach. Look at you. See?
I thought he was in a high-level meeting.
How come Kevin Kelley, who's here for like 2 hours a week, can get himself squared up perfectly on camera, and David Basil, who's here 4 hours a day, can't seem to do it? Every day I walk in, I'm like, David, you're off in the corner. Nobody puts Baby or David Basil in the corner. Get in the middle of your camera shot. How hard is
and let's
this?
be honest, a good-looking man like David needs to be in the middle, and I need to be off in the corner.
Well, and 60-year-old David fills up a lot more of the camera than 40-year-old David did.
He does
so I'm just
fill
saying,
up a little bit
like,
more.
what is the problem?
I tried to help him with that.
Oh, he's fine. Listen, David could lose 20 pounds in 10 days if he wanted to. He didn't care.
Oh, no question.
Yeah, he's one of the most mentally steeled people I've ever been around.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
By that I mean he's a hardhead, and he's very. That
means if he decided he's going to do it, he's going to do it.
Look, I watched the guy eat nothing but tuna fish out of a can for like 3 weeks straight one time. He lost like 20 pounds. He can do whatever he wants. He's fine. Seriously, like it was amazing.
Tuna fish out of a can.
He probably got mercury
If
poisoning.
you were going to pay me, I mean, I can't think of a number. If I had to actually do it, if you said I'd rather eat nothing. If you said I'll give you $100,000 if you eat tuna fish out of a can, only tuna fish for 3 weeks, I would say I can't do it.
Oh, I'm doing it.
Yeah, for sure.
If you said $1 million, I couldn't.
I'm
do
doing it for
You
less
could.
than that.
No, if you said you can eat tuna or nothing,
you'd starve to death.
No, I wouldn't starve to death. I'd water for 2. I'd look like the naked and afraid people. Except for I'm not afraid.
And you'd have your clothes on, hopefully.
I'd have my clothes on.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Totally the same, but totally different. Yeah, I could eat. I can't think of too many things. Like, you could give me something I don't even like, and I could eat it for 3 weeks for the right amount of money.
Can't do it. Phobia. Got a phobia.
Phobia?
I think I've got a
Like,
phobia.
it would be very hard for me to do vegetables, but I'd try.
Tuna or canned foods?
Well, so it depends on what. Canned corn. I could eat canned corn.
Okay.
But not tuna.
Okay.
Not having it.
No fish out of a can?
No.
Sardines?
Gosh, no. Oh, there gets nothing worse than mustard or sardines.
I actually don't mind tuna.
Mayonnaise.
I love mustard, and I like tuna, and I don't like sardines, but I could eat them for the right amount of money.
You really could.
Coach.
What's the food you don't like the most?
Boy, I'd have to think about it.
They asked Andrew Zimmern that question, the bizarre foods guy. You know, he eats everything.
Yeah.
Cashews.
Oh, I love cashews. Are you
It's
crazy?
Like, cashews are fine.
That's
There's nothing
weird.
wrong with
I
that.
don't. There's not
I
a single.
could do canned nuts.
There's no nut or legume that I wouldn't eat.
It was walnuts. That's what it was.
Any of
Which
them.
walnuts
Okay,
are,
I
I
can
mean,
do
there's
that
nothing wrong with them.
D's. I mean, I'll eat D's for the right amount of money. Forget about it. Are you kidding me? I mean, I'll eat Rocky Mountain oysters for a month for the right amount of cash.
Have you ever tried Rocky Mountain oysters?
No,
I haven't, but I would.
I
if
don't
they were
eat the only.
here.
I have a weird thing. I don't eat organs of any kind. I don't
liver, nothing like that.
No,
I
liver's
don't like
disgusting.
liver. Liver is bad.
But-
Okay, so liver for 3 weeks.
I'll do it.
Only liver.
Yeah, I can do it for the right amount of money. Yeah. I mean,
I literally couldn't do it.
yeah, it's gross. I hate it. My mom used to make it stink up the
liver's
whole
not
house.
good.
God rest her soul. Because my stepdad liked it.
Liver and turnip greens.
My
That
s-
would be the worst.
My stepdad liked two things I did not like. Well, my stepdad, he liked himself, and I did not like him.
That's not very
Three
nice.
things. Oh, he's a jerk. I hate him. I mean, he's the only person I've ever hated.
Is your mom still married to him?
No, she's dead.
Oh.
And frankly, I mean, versus being married to him, I don't know that she didn't get off.
Is he
a little-
dead?
I don't know. We lost touch with him after they got divorced. He's a horrible human being. He's the worst person I was ever around my whole life.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because you've been around some bad people.
I am a bad person. And probably because of him.
I don't want to go too deep, but abusive?
Verbally.
Okay.
Very much so. Did you ever hear the song Better Man by Pearl Jam? Yeah. It's very descriptive of my stepfather. Yeah. So I think that's why I didn't like that song when I first heard it. It was hit a little too close to home.
Yeah.
Wow, we're really bearing our soul over here. I was just eating
really.
peanut butter burgers a minute ago. Anyway, no, but yeah, God rest my mother's soul. She put up with my jerk stepdad, and she tried to make him happy, but she would make liver and onions for this a-hole, and it stunk up the whole house for like 2 days. I'm like, why are we eating this? Anything that smells that bad cannot be good.
Like chicken liver, cow, like just
Yeah, beef liver.
Okay.
You know, you make liver and onions, right? And then she also would make him a, you'd really hate this, tuna casserole. It was like tuna and noodles and cream of mushroom soup. I like tuna a lot, and I like noodles,
that
but
that doesn't sound good.
it wasn't good. But you know, Midwestern
Noodles and
casseroles
tuna,
were all the
I'm not putting those
all the
together.
jam, all the rage.
I'm getting sick of my stomach, seriously, thinking about it.
Okay. Well, the good news
Oh, my
is,
gosh.
could I eat my mom's tuna casserole with liver in it? That may be a line I could not cross. I'll give you
Okay,
that.
good. I'm glad.
Okay.
So there is a line.
I think if you fried up the liver, I could do it. For
But
3
again,
weeks.
I am a cheapskate. And for the right amount of money, Coach, I'm telling you, I would almost do anything. I would do this show naked for a week for the right amount of money.
There's nobody's going to pay you for that.
No, people would pay me to put extra clothes on for
Right.
sure. Maybe a
Yeah.
mask.
Start coming in naked, you may make more money.
Right. You're
We could
right.
just be giving
I'll
away
put
the-
on clothes for 10 grand. Here's my Venmo.
or your
I'm
source of money
contributing.
will be gone by the end of the day.
That's a good point. That's a good point. I think they would have to let me go if I showed up naked. But
They might.
what do you think's going to happen to the guy that swam around in the old fish tank up at
Well, you said he was
Bass Pro?
mentally, he had some mental health issue.
Yeah, I think he had a mental break. I bet he got on some bad, pharmaceuticals, like some bad medicine or something like crossed up and made him haywire. I don't know if the guy has a history, but I need to know more about that
Was
story.
there any medicine he took that side effect was shrinkage?
No, but those tanks are cold, Christian. Don't be so judgy. I mean, he could have used a little manscaping, too. Let's be real. I mean, the guy – but I feel bad for him.
He could have done himself some favors.
The problem is that's going to be out there forever. And my buddies are so brutal. Like, I'd never live that down. Even if you, like, literally had a mental break, like you've been perfectly normal your whole life, and you're normal the whole rest of your life, like your buddies are going to ride you
They'd
about
start calling
that.
you Aquaman. I mean.
Or Tiny. I mean, one of the two. My friends, I know where they go. Anyway. Coach, how are you?
Great, thank you.
I see you're wearing your Patriots sweatshirt today.
Well, it was cold, and they make them different up there.
How you feeling about
the team gear is tightly woven, so the wind doesn't get
They
through.
made this Patriots team different than a lot of the other ones, that's for sure.
They did.
How you feeling about Bill?
You know,
what's going on there?
I think he is willing to give up some control of the general manager part, the picking the players and stuff.
I was literally going to ask you that. Will he allow himself to be neutered?
No, I think so. I mean, it's a hard job. I mean,
no doubt.
From the time they get out of their last game until the draft, the man is looking at film of everybody that might be drafted to make sure that it's who he would want to pick and that kind of stuff. And whether it's right or wrong, it's a lot of work. And I think he's willing to give some of that up to coach. And I know that if it was me, it would almost be a blessing to give it up because it frees up so much more of your time to work on other things. Now, I thought of, and I have no inside information on the following statement. Vrabel is very loved in New England. People have talked about that. I could see a switcheroo.
Really?
Because the people.
Wife swap? NFL
of
wife
coaches,
swap?
Yeah, an NFL wife swap.
How about that?
Because the part of Vrabel's problem is they're wanting him to give up. He's wanting more control. And I don't know who picked the quarterbacks for the last 5 years at Tennessee, but they ought to be fired, whoever that
Somebody
was.
who works in the NBA, I'm assuming.
Whoever that ought to be fired. But that said,
just because I don't think they know anything about football, Christian. Nothing against the NBA.
He wants more
NHL,
control.
pick another league. MLB.
Vrabel wants more control, and they won't let him have it. And I could easily say, if you're willing to give it up, go to Nashville. Nice town, nice place. I think Coach has a house there, and it's an easy thing.
Coach Belichick has a house in Nashville?
I believe he does.
That's a nice transition then. That would be perfect.
Okay.
I have seen the instant reaction was for Vrabel, he will have a job tomorrow if he wants it.
Yeah,
nobody's putting the Tennessee downfall on him.
He's like
squarely.
top 7 in the league coaches that I would take.
What do you like about him?
I like that. Number one, it's hard to do this. He's a little bit of a player's coach, but still holds him accountable. And it's hard to be both of those.
Okay.
And he does a good job, I think, with both sides of that. Number two, he's got the defensive background being under Belichick, and Belichick is a defensive guru. And Vrabel's got a lot of that, too. Their defense is always good. Even when they lose their best people, they're always really good. Now, number three, this one tells me as much about a coach as anything. In the last now it's 18. In the last 18 games that they've been home underdogs in with Vrabel as coach, they've won 11 of them straight up as underdogs, and they've covered the spread in 15 of the 18. So they're better than Vegas thinks they are with him, and you're covering, and you're winning 11 out of 18 as underdogs. That's pretty impressive.
That's true.
And that's just good coaching because you look, and then they listed the 6 quarterbacks he's had during that time.
Yeah.
And they're just nobody.
Well, we can name them.
You don't want any of them.
Yeah. I mean, you
With
start
Levis and Tannehill. Levis, Tannehill. Malik Willis.
Malik Willis, yeah.
I forgot who the other one
what's the other guy? What's the guy from I forgot now.
He's forgettable.
What's your opinion on Arthur Smith? Because hiring Vrabel may mean bringing Arthur Smith back on as OC, which he was a good OC.
I don't think he was a
bad head coach.
I don't think he was a bad OC. He
was a good OC. Yeah.
I don't know. You can only run the ball. I mean, I hate to say it. You can only run the ball. He was in the NFC South, so it's hard to tell.
Watch it.
But they run the ball, and he must not have believed in his quarterback, but they run the ball way too much. Some of his play design was really good. You can't just keep running the ball and expect to be pretty successful in the NFL because it's not designed that. The defensive line's too good. They come downhill too much.
He also underutilized Bijan Robinson, who's a
well,
beast.
I know, which is the dumbest thing. He used – and Cordell Patterson's pretty good. Algiers had a good year. He's got 3 running backs, but he's got one great one.
Yeah.
And he's not using it.
Patterson's a freak, though. That dude still does not.
He is.
He does not look like a guy that's able to do what he can do.
He's a guy, though, that nobody's ever figured out what to put him at and just leave him at.
Yeah. Well, he also wears a weird number for what he does.
Yeah, that's true.
Is he 84 still?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smith was OC for Tennessee Titans under Vrabel before he got the Falcons job, and their offenses were, I believe, were top 10 every year.
And great in the red zone.
Yeah.
Tremendous in the red zone.
Where do you think Harbaugh ends up?
I mean, has the Chargers job filled up yet?
No.
That's what everybody's saying.
Yeah.
And,
he's like 4 to 5 in some places to get the job.
Yeah, and I think that's where he'll end up. I think they want him. I think it makes it easy in a lot of ways for him. He's back on the West Coast. He was on the West Coast previously. Now he's a guy that he was the head coach at Frisco for 4 years, made the NFC Championship game 3 times.
Yep.
Super Bowl once.
And then you look. I went back and looked night before last on where they were before him, and they were down. I mean, he's a good guy at resurrecting teams.
Yeah.
Michigan obviously done a fantastic job, and at Frisco. But if he goes to the Chargers, he's got the one thing everybody wants. Everybody talks about. You got a quarterback.
Yep.
Quarterback's good.
Yep.
And that's a great starting spot. He'll make the defense better tomorrow if they hire him.
Was that Singletary before him?
Yes.
Or was there somebody?
There was nobody in between?
Singletary.
I thought there was somebody in between for a year or two.
I didn't think there was.
I would bet money there was somebody in between. How much do you pay Connor Stallions, and what position do you give him as a coach? If you go to
you make him a
LA.
You make him a spy / scout. I mean a scout.
Scout.
And you pay him, a couple million a year, like you'd pay your OC.
Christian, tell me I'm wrong.
It was Mike Singletary. Jim Tomsula was an interim head coach for one
Interims
game.
That
doesn't count.
That didn't count.
There was nobody between there?
Yeah, it was just him, Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah.
Huh, okay.
Jim Tomsula is the guy that looks like Ron Jeremy.
Yes. I don't know who that is.
You don't know who Ron Jeremy is?
Look up Ron Jeremy.
Never heard of him. What's he do? Is he a coach?
I think he's in prison now.
Is he?
So he's not doing a whole lot.
What, he steal signs?
Did something. Worse than that.
Interesting. Okay. Coach, we got to do some entertainment birthdays. We are going to do What the Hell today. You excited?
Well, I am.
But?
But we didn't get to it last time. We said we were going to do it.
Well, I do that a lot.
So you built me up. It was like you put a cupcake in front of me when I was a kid, and then like right before I was about to bite into it, you just took it from me and said, "No, not today." That was sad. Sad times.
Kevin Kelley dominated high school football in Arkansas, winning 9 state titles in 18 years at Pulaski Academy. He's now turning his attention to dominating the airwaves on the Zone. He's brought to you by the Little Rock Athletic Club, who's currently building a state-of-the-art indoor pickleball facility. Little Rock Athletic Club. No contracts and save 30% off joining fees.
All right. It's good to have you, Coach. Jordan and Rachel are already on for birthday trivia. They know there are tickets to the Arkansas Big Buck Classic available to them as a winner. So.
There's only 2 of us.
Right.
Can I be the third person and have 2 guesses?
No.
Today's entertainment report is brought to you by Bell & Sword Gentlemen's Clothing in Conway. Check them out on Facebook and Instagram, or stop by Bell & Sword's new and larger location at 1011 Oak Street.
But I applaud the effort.
Thanks.
Yes. That wouldn't be fair because you could just guess one number lower than me and one number higher than me.
Then I'd actually have a chance. I'd have a chance.
Every bingo bango you don't get, you lose. We have a new most on-time airline in 2023. I can't say it's new. It may have been the same one from last year. Do you want to guess which one?
Southwest.
No, Southwest is 5th.
United.
4th.
Alaskan Airlines.
3rd.
Alaskan Airlines.
2nd, but they get there with most of their windows. Most on-time airline comes out of Atlanta primarily. Delta. 84.72 arrival on time.
That
which
number
seems low, doesn't it?
No, that's no way that's right.
That seems low.
There's no way.
Like the most on time is 84% of the time. Like that would be like if we only did 84% good shows, we were like, yeah, it'd be a huge upgrade. But I'm like, that's pretty bad. Southwest is like 3/4.
I'm saying
a quarter of their flights are not on time.
I'm saying no way Delta is 84%. It's way lower than that.
I fly Delta a lot.
Delta sucks.
I completely
They're not
disagree.
our sponsor, are they?
No.
Delta sucks.
I completely disagree. I fly Delta.
You disagree that they suck?
Yeah, I fly Delta all the time, and I have 0 issues with Delta. They're almost always on time. And I will also tell you, I think Atlanta's the most underrated airport in America. I think their train system from one, what do you call it? Terminal to the next?
Yeah.
Phenomenal. It's 1,000 times better than DFW. It's not even close. It's better than Chicago. It's better than L.A. It is phenomenal. I think Delta and Atlanta have got it all figured out.
Flew Delta in 2004 and swore them off.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, it's been
20 years ago, Coach. Calm down.
Swore them off.
They could have been bad then. But
I've had a bad experience on every airline. I never swore them off. I've had more trouble
I did learn not to swear them off after that because I'd run out of airlines.
That's right.
Then
That's
you're
right.
stuck with something.
That's right. Well, I've had more bad experience on American, and I've flown
United's
Southwest
the
and
next
Delta.
next worst one.
I don't.
They're
Yeah,
train
when I was in the Midwest, I flew United.
That was the
a lot.
one that, remember the little girl that was in, like, leggings, and they wouldn't let her on. The person wouldn't let her on, and they went nuts. They're like, you're, too provocative. I'm like, she's 12.
Again, you're pulling out anomalies. Like, these are just
She's
like
12.
These are very
Provocative
unique
dude.
scenarios.
Huh?
Oof. Epstein. Anyway, too soon.
Jimmy Kimmel, too soon.
You're gonna get sued.
I just said his name.
The list
promoting the guy.
The list derived from over 600 real-time flight information sources, features the expected names like Delta, but reveals some wild card winners as well. How about Avianca Airlines, a low-cost carrier based in Colombia, was ranked the most punctual global airline of 2023. 85.73% of its flights arriving within 15 minutes of scheduled gate arrival. I don't like that it's 85% is the best anybody's doing. Nobody's at 90% or better. Nobody.
And it's really not fair because that airline had incentives. If Colombia Drug Cartel guys on there,
I was just
they
going
didn't
to
get
say,
it done.
They 85% on time, 100% cocaine fueled.
You got to be on time.
Exactly. I mean, you think a few of the pilots are probably doing a little blow, right, on Avianca?
If they don't make it on time, off with their heads.
That's good, Coach. A little serious there. Jodie Foster, not a big fan of Gen Z. Coach, you deal with some Gen Zers. She says, in dealing with actors in the business, she's 61, by the way. She's like, they're like, nah, I'm not feeling it today. I'm going to come in at 10:30. Or in emails, I'll tell them, this is all grammatically incorrect. Did you not check your spelling? And they're like, why would I do that? Isn't that kind of limiting? Gross.
What?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
No, that means they're not allowed to express themselves.
Yeah. It's like, I can be dumb if I want. They need to learn how to relax, how to not think about it so much, how to come up with something that's there, she says. I can help them find that, which is so much more fun than being, with all the pressure behind it, the protagonist of the story. Yes, exactly. There's a certain way to do things, folks, no matter how old you are.
My wife used to be a Jodie Foster impersonator.
Impersonator? From what movie? Could she do Silence of the Lambs?
Her face looked just like her,
Can
like
she
when
do-
she did everything right.
Dana?
Yeah.
Can she do Panic
Incredible.
Room?
No, I love that movie.
Panic Room's good.
It's good. Made me want to get a Panic Room, kind of.
Same. And I'm not even afraid.
I just wanted one to go in there and hang out, like be my own man cave.
Yeah, or get away from your family.
Yeah, just
Perfect.
lock them out.
Yeah.
They're beating on their daddy.
It's good, actually.
Dwight Yoakam was great in that movie.
He was.
He
So
really
was
was, yeah.
Forrest Whitaker.
Yeah, Forrest Whitaker, who played
Yeah.
that role bravely, as our former producer once said, with one brave eye, one lazy eye. It's very brave. It's hard to pull
If you
off.
need a character with the lazy eye, he's the one.
He is the first call.
He's very good at it.
He is. He's a great actor, though. He really is.
He really is.
In all seriousness. Jason Momoa, great actor.
Nope.
No.
How about Lisa Bonet?
I like him though. No, that's a kind of weird company.
Not a great actor.
You know, Jason Momoa is from Norwalk, Iowa.
I did know that.
Yeah. He's very handsome
If
as a
you
young
just
man.
left it at Norwalk, some people would mistake that as a country,
Or from Connecticut.
like a Norwegian country.
Is it Norwalk, Connecticut, I believe. Anyway, Lisa is asking to dissolve their marriage 2 years after they announced they were splitting up. I don't understand people who stay apart for 2 years and they're like, yeah, maybe it'll work out. Cool. Like Will Smith and Jada, like they've been apart for 4 years. Move on with your life
They
already.
say absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Apparently it didn't.
No,
Now,
it
make it
didn't.
slap the hell out of somebody that talks bad about him, maybe, but
It will do that.
anyway. They have a prenup, apparently. I don't know who has more money, but he's obviously got more money potential going forward.
Yeah. He just made another Aquaman.
Yeah. Didn't do terrible.
No.
It's still one of the top 5 movies at the box office. Top
It'll
3,
be
I think.
last though.
That's the first superhero movie I haven't seen in a long time.
Huh.
Like Marvel and DC. Both?
Yep, both of them. I just thought there's just so much.
You didn't like Amber Turd? You're not a big fan?
No.
Let me bring it all the way back around, if I may. Not to interrupt your turd story, but I'll tell you what I would like to have seen a sequel to that I never got was Hancock.
Yes.
I wanted more of that. I
that was
thought
great.
a troubled superhero
That was
is great.
awesome, yeah.
Like,
He's an anti-hero.
well, yeah, anti-hero, just like The Boys, right? I
Yeah.
need more of The Boys. Did you ever watch that show?
Oh, you need to watch
This
The
show
Boys
is
if you
made
haven't
for
seen
you.
it. You need
Oh
to
no!
watch
Oh
it.
yeah, I watched. Oh no, I've watched the first and second series. I'm on the third one now.
Okay.
That Deadpool.
Deadpool, another one, yes.
Yeah.
I like
Disturbed superheroes.
Yeah, I like a troubled superhero.
Yeah.
Remember Greatest American Hero? He wasn't
Yes.
troubled
That
emotionally
was-
or mentally, but like physically, like he wasn't great at being a superhero. Like he'd crash a lot.
What was the name of their theme song?
Believe It or Not?
Yeah, Believe It or Not, I'm walking on air. Yeah.
Yep.
I bet you wouldn't like it now. I bet it doesn't look good video-wise, film-wise.
Doesn't hold up.
No, but it would be a good story to like.
You would probably see like strings holding them up.
But
and
a
stuff
recuing
like that.
of it would be good. Like
Yeah, no,
that'd be
I
good
agree.
to do a modern version of that.
It would.
You remember when they took I was like, oh man, this would be great if they redid it, and then they redid it and it was terrible. Was the one with Perseus?
Clash of the Titans.
Clash of the Titans. They redid it. They made it terrible.
That wasn't
All I couldn't it blinded my eyes with the shiny coat and things that Zeus was wearing.
It wasn't great.
No, it was terrible. But I think a new Greatest American Hero might be really good.
I'd rather go with a series Hancock.
Yes, that'd be good too, or at least a sequel.
At least a sequel.
And then it'd be hilarious because somebody in Hancock's circle would get insulted, and he would slap him in the face.
That'd be the way to start the first 5 minutes, and then just jump out of there.
Hilarious.
Yeah,
that'd be great. I think I got the room. I think I got the.
I think you could write it.
I don't know if the Greatest American Hero is in here, but I think it might be. I don't know why.
If it is, that's been in that database for a long time.
The morning show never thought about it.
I'm sure they played it.
They've talked about every other show from them.
I don't know who wrote that song. I wish I had it. I don't think we do.
The Believe It or Not, I'm Walking on Air.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta have that song.
Oh, look it up. See if you can find it. Believe it. Remember that? And then Seinfeld had their little turn on that when George had his answer machine message.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
Believe it or not, George isn't at home.
That's awesome.
Leave your message at the beep.
There's not much that Seinfeld didn't cover.
That's true. Golden Globes, did you watch it?
I actually flipped back and forth a little bit. The best part was Ricky Gervais on the beginning of it.
Ricky Gervais was on it at the beginning?
Huh?
He was on there?
Who?
Ricky Gervais was on there?
Was he not on there as the monologue guy?
The host? Not this year. No, they had some comedian that was not funny.
Was it last year when when it went viral?
I think
no.
it's been a little bit since Ricky.
Sunday night, they had. I mean, it went viral, and I don't watch usually that.
No,
and I watched. They had a 10-minute where he introduced, cut off. He did the monologue, then he introduced, and they cut it as soon as he said, "And the next award winner is," or the next presenters are, and he would cut it off and go to the next one. And they had 10 minutes of him, and it was awesome. And I thought it was this year.
It was hosted by a not funny comedian.
Who was it?
Something like Joy.
Joe Coy.
Joe Coy. Cool Joy. Guy's not funny. I never heard him before. I'll never hear from him again. He's awful.
They were looking for somebody.
He has some specials on Netflix if you're interested.
Well, Ricky Gervais went a little nuts when he did it. I liked it. He insulted them all.
I think he's hilarious.
Because the reason I thought it was this year, he made jokes about Epstein Island and the list and all this kind of stuff.
Who?
Ricky Gervais.
Yeah, he'll say anything.
Well,
He won Best Stand-Up of the Year. He got a Golden Globe award, but he did not host the show. I will say the guy that did host the show makes Kevin Hart look like Eddie Murphy in his prime.
I like Kevin Hart.
Greatest
not
American
funny.
Hero theme is on Cut H. If you're interested. I hope I didn't cover up something you needed.
Doesn't matter. Was this already in the system?
It was. It's in songs.
You just looked under Greatest American Hero. This is like Christopher Cross or something.
Joey Scarberry.
Nope.
Ever heard of that?
Look at what's happened to me. I can't believe it myself. Suddenly I'm up on top of the world. It should have been somebody else. Believe it or not, I'm walking on air.
Chime in, Coach.
I mean, that might be up there as one of the great themes.
It's a great one. And it's so perfect.
You think
it
was
should have been
this
somebody else because he found the suit.
Was this written for the show, or was
I
this just a
assume
song?
so.
Yeah, it is.
You think so?
It was.
Huh?
Believe it or not, I'm not home. It's good, man. Okay. We're all over the place today. Anyway, back to the Golden Globes, Coach. It was poorly received. The guy who did the monologue and was the host was absolutely horrible. And in spite of all that, viewership was up 50% because it moved to CBS. Where was it before?
Was it on NBC, I think? I want to say it was.
Last year's show, hosted by Jared Carmichael, who I also don't know, on NBC only reached 6.3 million viewers. It was up by 3 million this year. Hooray.
They need to bring back Ricky.
Yeah, Ricky Gervais is great. Because, look, I will say this. That is the best collection. Like, if you want to kill Hollywood, you just drop a little bomb right on top of wherever that theater is that night because everybody's there. All the TV people, all the movie people,
yeah.
everybody under one roof, except for the Boy and the Heron producers, which I don't know where the hell they were.
Japan
You're an
had something
animator.
important to
Japan.
do.
You have
They had
nothing else to
something
do
really
that's better than that.
They had something really important.
Ridiculous.
He didn't come when he won the Oscar in 03 either. He's not a big fan of America.
Did we like that Paul Giamatti went to In-N-Out afterwards?
I love it.
that's awesome.
I talked about that earlier in the week.
You
I think it's
did.
great. He's an everyman. And I like In-N-Out, but I'm telling you, I'm sold on this Sonic peanut butter burger.
Did he win something for a movie or did he win something for Billions?
He won it for the movie. For
the one you talked about that I won't
holdovers.
watch.
Did Billions
We all got to
end this
watch
year,
that.
Or has it been over for a little bit?
Nah, it ended this year.
Yeah, it didn't get nominated for anything. I never saw Billions. I'll tell you what cleaned up,
I
which has
love
been
that
around
show.
a long time, is Succession.
Which
And
ended this year.
The Bear.
Yeah.
Got to see it.
Haven't seen either one of them.
Well, we got to watch The Bear.
Succession's
Not
very good.
Cocaine Bear.
No. That was a one-off.
I'm just kidding.
This is a series. Cocaine Bear should have won an Academy Award for sure. Great writing.
I'm sure it'll be up for one of the Oscars.
Birthday Trivia in the Zone is brought to you by Elia's Mexican Grill. Headed to the hill? Take exit 108 from either direction for award-winning Mexican food made fresh every day. It's Elia's in Morrilton.
Of course, Jason Peterson knew it was Joey Scarberry. Weirdo. You know what, Jason? You should come back for Christmas karaoke this year and sing it. Jason stiffed us this year. Couldn't make it. He had another party to go to. So lame. Anyway. All right.
That party donating to youth home?
Yeah, thank you, Jason. Jerky. I may do a Festivus party this year as a fundraiser, Christian. Find a place to let me host it and then do like a little soiree there and have people give a little donation at the door. What do you think?
The Justin Fund?
No.
The Human Fund?
Yeah.
I would give it all to Youth Home.
Okay.
Seems like that's something that would be up their alley. And then we can do karaoke as part of it. Airing grievances. I think it'd be fun. And we can do it at a local watering hole. All right, this guy is celebrating today. Let's see if my favorite song is in here.
Who are the players with?
Oh,
The
you're
silver
with
players.
Coach. You got Jordan, Rachel. You're with Christian. So Rachel, you got a shot. Coach, I love you. You know this. You're a handsome man.
I'm just glad you now know where we are.
Yeah.
Rod Stewart.
Correct. Rod Stewart, Coach.
I forgot we were playing. I didn't know what you were doing.
How old's Rod Stewart?
1,000.
Roughly.
74.
Man, you think when he was married to Rachel Hunter, he wasn't waking up every day
Said
going,
74.
Yeah.
thank God I can sing.
It was 77.
79.
I like that you had to think on it because that means I wasn't completely out of the ballpark. I felt good about that.
This former NFL quarterback, I bumped into him at the
Doug
beach
Williams.
one time. Very nice guy. He played in the Super Bowl and lost
Trent Dilfer.
with the Carolina Panthers.
Jake
Cam
Delhomme.
Newton.
Huh?
Jake Delhomme.
Jake Delhomme, that's right. Delhomme. Let him know. Delhomme.
You know, I had a 50-50 shot of getting that, and I missed it. I mean, it was either Jake
Him or
Delhomme or Cam, and I missed it.
They both lost
My
the
luck
Super Bowl.
on trivia.
That's a great point. How old's Jake?
Jake is 45.
46.
9. Coach is on the board.
Yes.
All right, Coach, you got a shot here.
No, I don't.
This woman is one of the all-time greats.
Cheryl Miller.
No. Singer.
Oh, Pat Benatar.
God. If you'd have played Hit Me With Your Best Shot, I would have got it.
Okay, let's try it again.
Pat Benatar.
Very good. You know what?
I don't know how
Half
I
a
did it.
point. I'm giving Coach a half a point.
Thank you.
Good job.
That is the nicest thing you've ever done for me.
It's 4 to 1.5. How old is Pat Benatar today?
She's 69.
I wish she was. How old?
She's not?
No.
70.
71.
I was going to say 71. That got me 2 points.
You know what? I'm going to give you a quarter of a point. It's 4 to 2 3/4.
Yes. Do you round?
No. If it'll get me to overtime, maybe.
I love your ability to think outside the box with the scoring.
Coach.
And to adopt it quickly.
2024, buddy. We're boxed
You're
up
not
too
like
much.
the government who takes like 3 years to adopt anything.
No.
Or the NFL who has to meet with 35 guys.
I'm a
and
committee of one.
Get unanimous. Yeah.
All right,
I
we're
like
going to get to it so we can still get our what the hell in. All right, we are like 8 minutes past break. This guy's a PGA golfer, voted most likely by his peers to wear pink pants to the office.
Bubba
He's
Watson?
English. He's outspoken. He's got kind of spiky blonde hair.
I'm not a
He's a
golfer.
frosted tip guy.
He was on the show the Netflix made.
Okay, his last name could be confused with something that chicken, turkeys, and other birds
Ricky
fall
Fowler?
under.
No. Thought you were saying foul.
Peacock.
Ian Poulter.
Like
Ian Poultry.
He was great. If y'all didn't know, did y'all watch the PGA Netflix deal?
Very good show.
He was very good
Excellent.
on that.
I love it. He's got a great
it.
personality.
He does.
They're developing an NBA one, by the way.
He's the guy. Oh, great. I'm sure it'll be good. He's the guy you love or love to hate.
He was the worst live golfer that they signed.
Not true. The
Who's
worst
one?
live golfer was the guy that his wife just left him. The big mouth, no good guy. His wife of like 5-7 years left him. She.
Shambo?
No. It's a guy you
Koepka?
barely know. Look it up. You can look it up. Just type in live golfer's wife leaves him. Anyway, I can't remember his name. He's not a good golfer. Pat Perez. Yeah, exactly. I rest my case.
Yeah.
He had no business being invited to live tour. He's a bum. Anyway,
a golf bum.
This former boxer won the heavyweight title more than one time.
Vander Holyfield.
Shocked the world and beat Michael Moorer with a right-left combo meal and put him down after
George
being
Foreman,
battered.
Joe Louis.
George Foreman is correct. 3 3/4 to 4 with a winner here, Coach. Walk it off. Come on, you can do it. Shock the world to be as shocking as him beating Michael Moorer. You can do it. You can do it. Give me
68.
it. No.
George Foreman?
Yes.
He's in his 70s, so I'll go
Okay.
70.
75.
God.
Coach, you made it interesting, though. That's all we asked for. You know what? You're Texas. You're Alabama. You were right in there. You made it interesting. Thank you for the entertainment.
I'm Florida State.
You are. Well, you didn't get blown out. It's a tight game. You didn't lose your quarterback either, though. Christian, you interested in anything? How about lunch?
Yeah.
I know we're
Even though
starving.
we just had a lot of food, I'm interested.
I had breakfast, lunch, and dinner in one sitting. But I'll tell you what, if you're looking for just a great place to go hang, I probably won't even eat dinner, but I would love to go have a happy hour cocktail, and I can't think of a better place to do it than Cash in the River Market. I just ran into our friends from Ellie's a little bit ago, and he's like, I've never had coffee, and I've never had beer. That's what Keith told me. And I was like, well, I've had enough for both of you and both of us. So, but if you're looking for a cocktail or a place to hang out with friends or a nice dinner or to pay up a bet, ran into the mayor yesterday. I owe him a lobster dinner at Cash.
Don't you owe me something?
No. But you can come along if you want
We
to.
had a bet.
On what?
You and I made a separate bet.
On what?
You wrote it down on a football game.
That's a lie.
No, we did.
I don't write bets down.
Oh my goodness!
You look it up.
Christian's on the phone.
I'm
Wes
here
will be my.
He's not here.
But he's gotta be.
CashLittleRock.com is their website. CACHE LittleRock.com. I know you're a big fan of the Harding family.
Big fan.
And a big fan of the restaurant. Also,
Big
they
fan.
offer valet parking, and I am lazy, especially on a cold day like today.
Payne
You pull
owes,
up-
Payne owes me lunch,
Okay.
and I'll take you when he does.
All right. Fine. Then you can come to dinner with me and the governor. The mayor. The governor and I did not bet. The mayor and I
I was
bet.
going to say, that's
Yeah.
big time if you're making bets with the governor.
She's got better things to do than wager with me.
And she'd probably win.
Besides, I'd want to bet on her little podium. I don't think she's willing to part with it. Anyway, if you need a great lunch or dinner spot, that's the place. If you're having a private gathering, also the spot is right there in the River Market. It's Cash in downtown Little Rock. Fantastic spot for a friendly lunch, a romantic dinner, or just a place to dine with friends. And again, they've got multiple places, areas to rent if you need a party space or a gathering space for any special event, including the upstairs area, which holds up to 150 comfortably. Go by and see our friends at Cash in downtown Little Rock. What the hell's coming up? Christian, combo.
Ever wanted to watch our beautiful faces while you also listen to your favorite shows on The Buzz? Now you can. All your favorite Buzz shows are streaming live on our YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter pages. 103.7 The Buzz, your multimedia fun and game station.
This is SportsCenter.
In SEC college basketball yesterday, 6th-ranked Kentucky beat Missouri 90-77 behind freshman Rob Dillingham's 23 points in just 19 minutes. Alabama thumped South Carolina, beating them 74-47. They were led by Mark Sears, who dropped 31 points. LSU beat Vanderbilt 77-69 in part because of Jalen Cook's 28 points. And 16th-ranked Auburn beat Texas A&M 66-55 behind Jalen Williams' 22 points and 8 rebounds. Nationally, Nebraska knocked off number 1 Purdue, beating them 88-72. They were led by Keisei Tominaga, who had 19 points. Second-ranked Houston was also upset and handed their first loss of the season as they fell to Iowa State 57-53 as freshman Milan Momcilovic hit a big shot in the final 30 seconds. Tonight, Arkansas will attempt to bounce back when they face Georgia at 8 on ESPNU. Coverage can be heard on The Buzz. Stay tuned after the game for the Gwatney Automotive postgame show. I'm Christian Weaver with The Buzz Radio Network.
It's the Average Guy Movie Review, Thursdays in the Zone, with me, Justin Acree, and Wes Moore, presented by Rock and Roll Sushi. Our friends from Rock and Roll Sushi will come in and recap or look ahead to what's trending on TV, the big screen, Netflix, or wherever you get your entertainment. It's presented by Rock and Roll Sushi, deliciously twisted flavors and a rock and roll vibe that will blow your mind. rockandrollsushi.com.
Brandon Moving and Storage has served Central Arkansas since 1965 and continues to provide professional service, local reliability, and community investment. We provide residential and commercial moves, local, national, and international service, commercial warehousing and distribution, unpacking services, and custom packing and crating. Let Central Arkansas's trusted Beacons agent help you with your next move. Brandon Moving and Storage. You make a move, we make it easy.
Great Wednesday edition of Morning Mayhem is in the books. Want to thank Walt Coleman and Trey Reed for stopping by. Also, Tori from Down Home Catering and the folks from Elias. Thursday's show coming at you. Melinda Mayo will join the Mayhem. Also, the guys will look back on Arkansas's game against Georgia in hoops last night. It's all coming up 6 to 10 right here on 103.7 The Buzz.
It's Justin Acree for CertaPro Painters, and I get so excited when I get a chance to call my friends at CertaPro and tell them I've got a new project for them. CertaPro can help take your idea for a project and make it even better. The good thing is, you know you can get on the schedule and get that project started quickly. But it is starting to fill up fast, so you need to get on the schedule ASAP with my friends at CertaPro. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. These folks live in your community and want to help you get the best paint job possible. Schedule your free estimate at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C.
Is your Oaklawn Thoroughbred racing action so close you can feel it? Or is it the view from your trackside luxury suite? However you like it, racing season is off and running at Oaklawn with live races every weekend through May 4th. It's fun by the furlong all season long. Make your reservations today at oaklawn.com. What's your Oaklawn? Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
For over 30 years, Pickup Truck Accessory Warehouse on 65th and University has been Arkansas's truck accessory headquarters and the only stop for all your truck parts and accessories. If it goes on a truck, Pickup Truck Accessory Warehouse has it. Like step bars, bed covers, toolboxes, and ladder racks, as well as gooseneck, fifth wheel hitches, and drop hitches. All this and more can be found at Pickup Truck Accessory Warehouse, a WeatherTech Diamond dealer, 501-568-0040, or online at arkansastruck.com. And ask about the all-new RSI Smart Cap.
RJ Hawk here with Chris Roberts from Southern Bank. And Chris, I know interest rates are high right now. That's what everybody's talking about. But if you're thinking about a project, whether it be a commercial project or you're wanting to build a house, now's the time to come talk to you about what those future plans may look like.
You know, RJ, no matter what the business environment may be, we're always there to sit down with our customers and talk about their future plans and what's going on with their businesses.
And that's one thing about Southern Bank is they're a community bank. They want to be your partner.
Partnering with our customers is a key to how we do business.
And Chris, you know, we talk about those interest rates being high, but the one good news out of that is deposit rates.
We have some great CD and checking account rates. Just give us a call and see what one of our personal bankers can do for you.
If you want more information about interest rates or those deposit rates that we just talked about, call Chris and his team today at 501-424-0900 or go online at bankwithsouthern.com. Southern Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Guys, it's the new year, baby. It's 2024. Low T Center can make it a great one. If you've been feeling tired and grumpy, you've noticed a lack of motivation and drive, you may have low T. Low testosterone levels can cause weight gain, loss of muscle mass, and so much more. I recommend Low T Center. That's where I get my levels tested. They make it quick. They make it easy to get all your levels checked, and it's only $25. And with their on-site lab, you'll get results back in about 25 minutes. Go to lowtcenter.com now to book your appointment online. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
At the heart of historic downtown Russellville, the Old Bank offers an upscale dining experience. With the freshest ingredients and creative touches, their menu has an item for everyone. From their signature lump crab cake to a classic blue cheese poutine, BLT wedge salad to hand-cut prime steaks. They aim to cater everyone. And that's not all. Upstairs at the Old Bank, you can enjoy live entertainment Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday with trivia, comedy shows, karaoke, live music, and more. Old Bank in downtown Russellville.
Today is the day. After countless hours of research, cutting back expenses, and 9 months of anxiously waiting for her, today is the day you finally bring home your new car. It's also the day to protect her with an auto policy from Shelter Insurance. Our policies are competitively priced and include new car replacement coverage if anything were to happen to your new baby.
See Shelter Agent Kyle Stone in Pine Bluff, Grant Westmoreland in Sheridan, or Sam Eklund in Star City.
Welcome back. Wait, what is this trash? Turn on some real music. That's more like it. Welcome back in the zone with Justin Acree and Westmore on the Buzz Radio Network.
What the hell, bro?
What the hell's going on here?
What the hell's the matter with you?
All right, whether they like it or not, this is brought to you by our friends at Gwatney Chevrolet. Go by and see James because they ask, what the heck are you doing when you go somewhere else? I can't figure it out. I was just talking to one of our colleagues today who needs a new vehicle. I'm like, dude, you go to Gwatney. It's real simple. Gwatney Chevrolet. GwatneyChevrolet.com. The Gregory Street exit in Jacksonville, and I was trying to sell this said person on a Trax, which is a smaller SUV, almost like a crossover between a sedan and an SUV. It's perfect size for the family, plenty of room to haul your stuff, great gas mileage, and just one of the many vehicles on the lot, which will make you so happy you're going to drive away with a brand new car under $30,000 with great gas mileage. What more do you want? If I can figure out what mic you're on. Can't find anywhere else.
Can't find anywhere else.
No, it's ridiculous. It's a heck of a deal. They'll take care of you on your trade, regardless of if your trade's jacked up or not. They're good like that. And they have a great service department. Speaking of jacked up, they're working on my son's car right now because somebody ran into him, and they got a great service department. They're open on Saturdays in the service department, too. So many reasons to go to Gwatney Chevrolet. Financing, great service department, and the great service you're going to get when you're buying a vehicle. But just good people. You can buy from a lot of different people. Why not buy from the people you like, the people you trust, the people who have been doing it since 1957? That's Gwatney Chevrolet. Yeah, you heard me. Can't wait for the 100-year celebration. It's going to be so much fun. All right, Coach, here we go. You ever used a bidet?
No.
I don't get it.
We have one at my house. I don't really use it.
You have
You
one at
don't
your
really
house?
use it, but you've used it.
I have used it.
You drink out of it, or you use it for its
I
proper
drink out of it,
purpose?
obviously.
Okay. There is a new Kohler, the company, the bathroom equipment company. They have a new one, and they have a new shower sprayer, a ventilation fan that helps with humidity after a long shower, and the Pure Wash bidet seat with Google and Alexa built in. It's as standard as any other, but you can talk to it. It's heated, has adjustable temperatures and water pressure, comes in white or black to match your bathroom style. It also features voice activation via Alexa or the Google Assistant. You can use your voice to command the spray pressure and the air dryer. Yes, it has a dryer, so it'll clean you up and dry you out. I don't need that. Now, I'm all for flushable wipes if you want to go that route, but I don't understand the bidet thing. I don't want to be squirted in the butt with water. Thanks, but no thanks, Europe. You do a lot of cool stuff, but that ain't one of them for me.
I bet somebody already has one of these, but this is my idea if anybody takes it. Okay. I want a walk-through shower like a car wash. I just want to be able to walk through. It sprays me from all over, and then a little blow dryer when I walk out. So I just walk through the shower, and I'm done.
That spin in a circle and hit you?
Yeah, see, here's the thing.
No. I want a touchless car wash.
See,
a touchless body wash.
The problem is you can't get clean.
If you're not rubbing.
No,
you're
you
not
got the
getting
soap.
clean.
The soap. No, it pelts me hard enough. I'm a tough guy.
No,
I'll take the pelting of the sharp sprayed soap.
No, you need something to scrub.
Nah, it's a bad idea. Coach.
All right, I'll take the one with the floppers, the swirlers.
Yeah, if you get the big floppy
I'll
soap
take
thing,
it.
look like Mr. Snuffleupagus hanging down there and washing you.
I'll take it.
I'd be all about that.
I just want to walk
like
through.
You walk in with like a helmet on, and then it like just scrubs your whole body when you're walking in there, and you're breathing in the apparatus.
A helmet?
Well, so you can like walk in there and like it washes your whole body.
You took a great idea and you made it bad.
You had a terrible idea. We talked you into a bet less terrible.
You talked me into a good one on
Are you on your own?
What?
Are you on your own?
No, you got a squirter. It squirts, and then you got something. Look, you got these fingers that come down and go.
There's probably people that do this for you for like $12 an hour.
I don't want a human doing it for me.
You have to go to an island, but anyway. An invasive species of carnivorous tree frogs that feed on native wildlife are now breeding in Georgia. I don't know if this is the country or the state. Cuban tree frogs, Osteopilus.
Probably the country.
Septentrionalis are mostly canopy-dwelling species native to the Caribbean. It's unclear when they made the leap to the Straits of Florida. So we're talking about the United States. Yes, thank you very much. I don't want a carnivorous frog anywhere near me. Unless it's Patrick Mahomes.
How big are these frogs?
I don't know. 5.5 inches long. Glad you asked. That's gigantic in my book. Big enough to cover most of an adult human being's hand and much larger than any of Georgia's native tree frogs, and they will eat anything they could put in their mouth. That's my kind of frog.
And there's not many things that are carnivorous that don't have teeth, so I bet they've got little sharp piranha-looking teeth.
Yeah, well, and the cool thing is It'd be a great pet because it's like it'll eat anything, literally anything you throw in there.
All right, I'm going to look this thing up while you're doing it. I want to see a picture.
Insects, lizards.
What's the name of it?
They'll eat other tree frogs and even small rodents. You want to get rid of mice? You turn this frog loose. It's the Osteopilus septentrionalis.
What's its regular name again?
Tree frog from the Caribbean.
Carnivorous tree
Look
frog.
up carnivorous Caribbean tree frogs invading Georgia and get pictures. You guys remember we were just talking about the Alaska Airlines flight, Coach, where the window busted out?
Yep.
They found one of the phones that was sucked out of the plane. 16,000 feet this phone fell. Oregon resident Sean Bates said he was taking a stroll and he stumbled upon the device, which was one of 2 cell phones that blew out of the gaping hole on the MAX 9 on Friday, the Boeing plane. Found an iPhone on the side of the road. What do you think? Teeth, yes or no? Teeth, yes or no? I can't see.
Know. They show him. They show him eating a tree frog.
Show it in the camera. Oh, he's eating it. Frog
they show him eating another
tree frog. That is amazing.
Like his whole mouth, he's like engulfing it.
He looks like a normal tree frog. Though.
It looks like an anaconda swallowing something.
He says, I found an iPhone on the side of the road, still in airplane mode with half a battery and open to a baggage claim for Alaska Airlines. Survived a 16,000-foot drop perfectly intact. That's a great commercial for Apple. Not such a good one for Alaska Airlines.
No, not a good one. Here's another one of the ones in Georgia.
Okay, well, that one's not eating anything.
He just looks
nice.
looks weird.
Okay, Coach. After a woman punched a man during an argument at a Burger King in Broward County, Florida, the fight went outside where things de-escalated.
De-escalated?
Yeah. Just kidding. She stabbed him. Deputies were holding Angela Wells on Tuesday morning at the North Broward Bureau, accused of attacking a man and a woman in Pompano Beach. She knew the victim and hit him several times before using a box cutter to stab him. At least they waited till they were outside. Fire personnel took him to the hospital, and she held up to an 8-inch knife and threatened to stab a woman before hitting her with her car on November 14th. This woman's got a bad record, so she's apparently a lunatic. But
well, if she hit a woman with a car, what's she doing out?
It's a different incident. But yes, I don't know. She should be behind bars, right? Oh, one more carnivore story, Coach. How about this? You want to talk about getting sick to your stomach? Ex-vegan, a woman who goes by the name Bella, started chomping down on blocks of butter, followed by a staggering 10 eggs, lightly scrambled. She's been following a carnivore diet for 5 years. She claims it's helped heal her eczema, psoriasis, cystic acne, and rosacea after being vegan for 6 years. She says the extreme diet has healed her from the inside out. She eats up to a stick of butter and 22 eggs every single day.
That sounds terrible.
I bet her cholesterol level is like 500.
At least. Coach, thanks to the Little Rock Athletic Club. We appreciate them bringing you to us every single Wednesday.
We had a great time New Year's Eve out there on the pickleball courts. We got together, had like 40 people playing just random pickup pickleball. I know they do that on Friday nights. Anybody that likes that in tennis, that's your place to be. And then friends like Jason King, that every time I go in there, I see him working out like a monster and looks good like I used to look and like I'm going to look again someday soon.
How's Jason now?
Good, great. Good, great.
How old is he?
30.
He's retired?
Probably 30-ish, 31.
Is he retired or is he doing something else?
He retired. And he's doing medical supplies, but he made good enough money in the NFL to buy a house and be done with that and just kind of live and love.
We're going to hand it off to Out of Bounds coming up next. Jack, I'm so sorry. We're just about out of time. What's up?
Hey, guys. Coach, I'm a Detroit Lions fan, and Matthew Stafford's coming into town. He played 12 seasons with the Lions and the Rams. I was just wanting to get your opinion about the football game this weekend.
Thanks, Jack.
That's going to be a great one. I love Dan Campbell. I hate betting against Dan Campbell, but the Rams are so efficient on offense. When Kyron Williams and Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua are all in there, they're the most efficient. I think that might be an upset this week.
What's the line?
3.
Yeah, I like the Rams too. No offense to the Lions fans. I'd love to see the Lions win. I want
would too.
I want a Dallas-Detroit rematch. Coach, thank you.
Thank you.
Coach Nolan Richardson joins Randy and Rick every Thursday for Rolling with Nolan, presented by Slim